if we're talking strictly competitors and like what their skill levels are, they're aspiring professional golfers is what they are.
Huge show today. It's a major championship week, and it's all brought to you by Chevy. We've got Kiz, we've got Frankie, we've got Trent, we've got myself. We've got a man who's played in a bunch of PGA championships, so we do a full hour on the storylines going into it. Inc, which again, Kiz has played on the PGA Tour at Inc. So we've just got a lot of good stuff. Bryson, Liv, Rahm, and an Albatross. A lot of chatter this week. A long show, but a great one. And once again, all brought to you by Chevy and the Equinox, which is your do-it-all SUV. Fantastic show today, gentlemen.
I saw a Chevy Equinox ripping by me today. Beautiful white Chevy Equinox here on the Long Island Expressway. Just got me thinking about hitting the road as we do when we're on the road. Heading down to Philadelphia. Can't wait to get down to Arccos and see everybody. It's going to be a hell of a week. Hell of a week brought to you by Chevy. Great show. Yeah, let's get right into it, boys. Let's go.
A little reminder, too. We've got the Shangri-La video coming out this week. Make sure you check that out. We got three great teams of two. People love the first one, Oklahoma, getting to look at that place. Jersey Jerry out there. Lurch making a return. Francis is always hilarious. And then you've got us three that are in everything, so you know what to expect from us. So make sure you check out that second video is coming out this week as well. All of it. Brought to you by our great sponsor, which is Chevy and the Equinox. It's got a big touchscreen, puts all your music, maps, and tech front and center. So we very much appreciate Chevy and that bow tie allowing us to do what we do. Chevy Equinox, it is your do-it-all, go-anywhere SUV. Foreplay, presented by Barstool Sports. It is PGA Championship Week 2026. It is the second major championship week of the year. I'm joined by Frank Burley III, Trent Ryan, and our very own co-host, who has finished inside the top 20 at the PGA Championship on 4 separate occasions with a high finish of tied for 7th in 2017. So in theory, we have someone who knows something about this championship this weekend, Kevin Kisner.
Wow, Kiz.
In theory.
In theory. You've also, I believe, played this golf course on a professional level. It was 2018. You did not have a great showing, according to my research.
Yeah, I think I missed the Ryder Cup because of my showing there in France that year. I was way up the list and finished near the bottom, if not at the bottom, at the BMW Championship at Arccos in 2018. It's an amazing place. Every bunker is 290 to cover. I don't know if y'all know this, but I don't cover 290, so I'm not blaming
the
it on
Kevin
that.
Kisner zone, just an anti-Kiz golf course. no problem.
No, I played like shit anyway. It didn't matter where the bunkers were, but I do. It was super rainy from what I remember, where they were going to cancel the last round and pretty much told us we weren't playing the last round. We didn't play on Sunday, told us we had no chance Monday, and then at 5 a.m. they said, we're going at 7:30. I'll never forget that. It was an interesting day.
On Sunday or on Monday?
On Monday morning at 5 a.m. they text out, we're going at 7:30. Be here.
Oh, yikes. Can't do that. That's like an airline.
No, that was like what the original schedule was. They were just like, we're going according to plan.
Yeah. Well, it looks to me like you finished tied for 58th with Phil Mickelson and Louis Oosthuizen. So,
I mean, 2 great players, legends of the games. You know, I was right there with them.
Those are major winners right there,
step, right? Yeah.
It is all of the conversation about this course then versus now, because that was the last time we saw it for the men's professionals, is that it was soaking wet that week. Rory made a little quip that he moved into Arccos for an entire week to practice. That got people going. Ha, ha, ha. But he did say the biggest difference when he played it, I think a week or so ago, he did a day trip. He just said it was way firmer and faster than it was in 2018. So that'll be a big note to kind of discuss. The weather actually looks pretty damn good. There's one patch of rain that I think begins exactly when our outdoor hole-in-one event begins, which is Wednesday evening. And then I think the rain, any forecasted rain, is supposed to wrap up by Thursday morning. It looks like a total of maybe a quarter inch of rain or so. So again, that shouldn't be much of a factor tomorrow, Tuesday, when the show comes out. It's supposed to be sunny all day and around 70 degrees, and then pretty nice for the entire weekend. So the general MO from the golf course is that if it is firm and fast, they can really test these guys around the greens. This is a Donald Ross golf course. It was restored, renovated by Gil Hanse, Jim Wagner, I want to say in the 2015 range. And, they took out a bunch of trees, which is the big Gil Hanse move. So it's really not from tee to green, from what I understand, unless you're Kevin Kisner hitting in every bunker. It's not the most challenging for these guys tee to green, but Donald Ross greens, as we know, gentlemen, can be a nightmare, a bunch of different tiers, a bunch of different spines cutting through them. You're going to have lag putts that go up and over a ridge and then break like 6 feet, especially if they are firm and fast. So again, I don't know if you remember all the details, Kiz, but from what I'm understanding, this entire test is going to be about the Donald Ross greens.
Yeah, I remember the turtleback greens, a lot of undulation, a lot of up and over putts, which is a big thing in lag putting that we work on all the time. And what I mean by that is when you're below, got to hit it hard enough to get on top, and then it obviously runs away the opposite way downhill once it gets on top. Makes speed such a huge factor in lag putting, which is a Donald Ross specialty. I do remember a lot of slope in the fairways. So if it is firm and fast, the fairways could become difficult to hit. I remember playing multiple tees on par threes, where we may have played tees that went to other holes, just trying to make it longer at those points. Most of the old Donald Ross courses were short in stature at that time, and I'm sure Aronimic's changed that in the last 8 years, where the tees look more accustomed to the hole that they're playing currently. But I do remember feeling like I'm on the wrong tee playing some holes back then, trying to make it longer. Like this feels like we should be going that way, and I'm going this way. But the whole week was kind of a blur. I do remember trying to make the Ryder Cup team and just playing like just not having it. And so that made for a long week, and then the weather was a long week. But it's amazing how 8 years ago, how fast you can forget. If I'd have won, I remember every hole.
Well, you have won on a Donald Ross golf course at the old Wyndham Championship. At Sedgefield, is that what that is? Sedgefield?
Yeah, Sedgefield Country Club.
Yeah, very cool spot. We played the Pro-Am together there with Chris Lane and you and me after an absolute bender at the Barstool Classic in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you really set me up for success defending my title at the Wyndham Championship. I think I was 8 over through 11 the first round after just a straight bender with you in Pittsburgh, of all places. Yeah, let's just go to Pittsburgh on Monday and Tuesday and then fly into Greensboro, North Carolina, where it's 7 million degrees, and play a Pro-Am on Wednesday. I think you'll probably win again, Kiz.
I'll never forget. We had the Barstool Classic Monday at Old Stonewall in Pittsburgh, which is an awesome spot. And we did the Classic with our boy Tommy Wyatt. Me and Frankie have stayed at Tommy Wyatt's house before. Just an incredible human being. Love him to death. And he sets up this trip to go up to Oakmont. So we had like 8 of us kids, I think, staying in the cabins at Oakmont. And we play Oakmont on Sunday afternoon. I had flown up there. You guys picked me up on this like party van that he had booked. And I was like, what planet am I on? And we get out there. We play the front 9 at Oakmont. And when you play Oakmont, you go by. They have a classic like halfway hut at right after the 9th hole before you tee off on 10. 10 is the way downhill par 4. And Kiz was like, I'm not drinking. I'm still a professional athlete. I'm going to hold off on the drinking. So front 9, Kiz is like playing. I think you maybe played the tips, and you were like 1 or 2 under on the front. And you were just kind of ripping, and you striped one down the middle on 10. And then Kiz cold shanked like a 9-iron into the 10th green. And he just turns around and goes, we're going right back to that halfway hut. I'm drinking now.
I was going to bring Oakmont to his knees that day until that cold shank, buddy. I had just visions of course records at Oakmont. Had 8 of my buddies up there in rigs. Cole shanked it. And you remember I went from 10 fairway out to 9 fairway, and you're like, are you going to go play that? I said, no, Chet.
You were in the worst spot in Pittsburgh over there on the right at 10 green. You were just like, nope, I'm done. You were like 2 or 3 under at Oakmont. And then, man, we had a night that night, and then we played the Barstool Classic the next day, which is the only way to get through it was to obviously get after it a little bit. And then I think it was like Honda Jet had a plane set up. They flew you and me down to the Wyndham. We played in the Pro-Am, and then, you had to somehow play professional golf on Thursday. So I still feel bad about that.
We have to be the only people in the history of Oakmont that ridden the entire pros cottage to the right of 18 green and never saw our bedrooms.
Oh, my God.
Like the sickest cottage in the world.
Sickest
too.
cottage in the world. You're overlooking 18 green. It's just beautiful. You could sit there and have a lovely drink on the porch and sunset. Not us. We just send it all night.
The casino, dude, they got that private, like whatever, high stakes, whatever they call it, room where you only have to be betting like $100, not like crazy high stakes. And we just sat in that room until basically the Barstool Classic started. Oh, man.
It was like a hangover moment. We walked out of the casino and the sun was up, and Riggs goes full panic mode, like now he has to work. And he's like, You ruined it, kids. I got to get to this Barstool Classic. You ruined it. It's an hour away. We're never going to make it. I was like, dude, relax. We'll be there. And sure enough, you remember that party bus? Like out of nowhere, it just pulled up and the door opened and our driver said, here I am. I'm ready.
That's like giving me the scaries thinking about it. That like just scared the shit out of me thinking about all of that.
That was like at that moment that bus pulled up, Trent, was the beginning of Kisner's defending his title week at the Wyndham Championship. And we were in Pittsburgh and hadn't gone to sleep. So, yep.
And we had to drive an hour and play 18 holes on camera before we could then fly to defend my title.
You guys won that Barstool Classic, didn't you?
No.
No.
That was the year before we had won the Barstool Classic. So we were double defending that week. We were defending the Wyndham Championship, a.k.a. Kiz was, and we were trying to defend our title as the Barstool Classic Pittsburgh qualifiers, and we were not defending.
The old
anything.
Double defense bender, man. That'll get you every time.
And Riggs was at the height of his driver yips after no sleep.
What is Kiz made a deal with me on the 18th hole where he was like, I'm refusing to tee off on this hole. We have to take your tee shot. And then I hit a ball 100 yards out of bounds, right? And he got out of the cart. Was like, all right, I have to fucking tee off.
I said, doesn't matter what you make on this hole. We're taking your score. I'm just not playing this hole. I'm tired. I played every hole by myself all day because you can't finish a hole. And then he said, okay, I got this one. I got it. I'm just sitting in the cart. He hits it, says, get out.
I said, kids, you got to get out of the cart. You're not going to believe where this ball went.
A major in Philly should be, there's going to be a lot of hungover people there for sure. It's a hell of a sports town that's going through it right now, by the way. The city of Philadelphia,
going through
it's in need of a good win here, a good showing from the professional golfers, because they got swept on the basketball court. They got swept on the sheet. So, I mean, you've got two sweeps back-to-back in the playoffs. Listen, you could take it either way. Like, your teams are all in the playoffs at the same time. It's a pretty good spot to be in as a sports city. But when you're getting swept back-to-back, obviously not the best. The Knicks absolutely dominated the Sixers, just like, the way that they just showed up to their arena and just took over, and Embiid's like complaining and like asking the fans to please show up and don't let New York fans go. I mean, it's been unbelievable what I've been seeing from the New York Knicks fans. I like to claim myself as one, but I'm definitely the most fair weather Knicks fan out of all my allegiances. I watch them when they're in the playoffs. I watch some basketball throughout the year, but it's fun when they're playing well. That's for sure. Everyone starts to get up for it. Knicks basketball, when they are rolling like this, there's really nothing better in all of New York.
What did Josh Hart say? He said, I thought Philly used to be a sporch town. Now I don't think so much anymore. I'm surprised there wasn't riots. Like, that's one of the meanest things you can say to a city that you just think of Philly as a big sports town. But yeah, you're right. They're having a tough go of it right now.
They've gotten their wins. They've gotten Super Bowls. They've gotten World Series. Listen, they're going through it right now. And like I said, when you're under the spotlight and you've got two teams in the playoffs at the same time, unless they're both winning World Series, you're going to have some heartbreak pretty simultaneously. So, yeah, it's going to be a great major. I think people kind of sleep on the PGA Championship until it's here. We talk about the Open, we talk about the U.S. Open, we talk about the Masters, and it's always the PGA is like fifth behind the Players. There's probably even other events that sometimes people will put in front. Definitely the Ryder Cup. Sometimes it's a sixth event.
Phoenix
right?
Open,
Phoenix Open. Sometimes it's a seventh event. And when it's here, though,
Memorial?
you see people on property.
John Deere.
The truest, like maybe it's the ninth event.
Wyndham Classic.
Maybe it's the 10th.
Yeah, there you go. The Kisner.
It might be top 10. But
Kiz always plays well at
day,
Sea Island, so behind Sea Island for sure.
When it's here, let's call it top 15. When it's here,
okay.
It feels massive. Scotty Scheffler skipping signature events. He's on property early. He's hitting his shot. Like it starts to feel big. It's a great golf course. We've got merchandise in the tent. It's flying off the handle. I think we have the biggest merchandise numbers and through Monday in Barstool golf history. Kids, we've got merchandise in this tent, and they had to scramble and reorder like 2,500 units based off of their projections, just based off today. So they're like back at the warehouse reprinting hats and shirts and hoodies. This is a Monday they were selling out. So that's when you start to get the text messages like, oh, this is a big week. That's for me. That was a big reminder. Seeing the stuff on social media, seeing the golf course, and then hearing that the city of Philadelphia is showing up for this thing.
Showing out, man. Showing out. There's no doubt about it. Look, we can laugh and giggle all we want. Big shout out to Keegan Bradley, who I think put it really well. He was asked in his press conference today about the PGA Championship, or maybe it was on a podcast. He's been doing a bunch of podcasts. He won here in 2018 when Kiz finished T58. He beat Justin Rose in a playoff, and then he actually came straight on to the Foreplay Golf podcast. He said, I think what separates PGA to other majors is they have no agenda at this tournament. Kerry Haig does an unbelievable job setting up major championship golf course. You go to the U.S. Open, you know their agenda is they are trying to make this ridiculously hard to the point of being unfair. At the British Open, it's the weather. At the Masters, it's the Masters. It's just going to be tough and stressful. PGA Championship could be 3 under, could win, could be 15 under. They just want to host a great tournament, and I think they do an incredible job of that. Now, Keegan is, of course, a PGA Championship winner. He won, I believe it was his first major championship he ever played in, and he won the PGA, beating Jason Dufner down in Atlanta. I thought that was a great response. I think we always kind of talk about the PGA Championship as like it just doesn't have the identity. I've heard people say it should go international, and sort of like what you've seen Liv do with Australia and South Africa, that like the PGA Championship should be that major, and that could maybe define it. We've talked about, should the PGA Championship just exclusively go to public golf courses or municipal golf courses and just be the major that does that? But I think this was a pretty good couple quotes from Keegan, just saying that almost being like its identity is that it doesn't put itself in a box of having an identity. They just put on a great championship. And we have, over the last couple of years of talking about the PGA, we've gone through the finishes and the winners of the last like 8 or 9 PGA since we started doing this show. And it might have the best track record of dramatic finishes down to the wire with the biggest stars of any tournament that we cover the entire year. So it's been around since 1916. PGA was match play from 1916 to 1957. Then in 1957 was a year where the PGA Championship actually lost money, and the response in their meeting at the end of that year from losing money was to switch for television purposes to a traditional stroke play event, which they've done from 1958 all the way through to today. And end of the day, it's a major championship. It just is. It's the only major that is exclusively for professional golfers. And it's hard to argue with the drama, I guess, that it's delivered, at least over the last 10 years since we've been doing the show.
Now, you just mentioned the winners list. Actually, my top 10, which you might just have the top 10. You might have the last 10 winners right in front of you on a document right now. So I can maybe throw this over to kids. You don't, or you do?
Nope, I do not.
I mean, this week's 10 list for me was name the last 10 winners of the PGA Championship. We were going to kind of go in order. If you want to like rattle off 2025, 2024, and just go back and forth. If you guys want to rattle that off right now, since you're kind of going through the history of it, I'd love to get into 10 season here.
So wait, it's the last 10. So it's from what, 2016 on, or
2016 would be the last one. Yeah. So Ryan Richon has a nice little graphic.
I can't even tell you who won last year.
This is what I'm talking about. Seems easy.
This is going to be hard,
but until you see those boxes are all just grayed out, and you got to fill a name with that.
Because I would love to go first, because I only have a couple of names in my quiver here.
But I think we're going year by year, Frankie, or do we
I would
just
love
need
to go year by
name?
year, just because there's a lot of repeat winners. So if you just say one name, I'm not taking multiple years off the board. I'd love to see you guys kind of get jiggy with it.
Do this as a group. we could do this as a group. Trent, Ryan, I think you know the 2025 winner of the PGA Championship.
Well, hold on. Let's not put the pressure on me just yet. Let me hold on. Honestly,
Okay.
rude that you threw it to me like that.
I honestly, okay. So
I thought you asked
doing you
for
a
it.
favor. I thought I was doing you a favor, and you were like, "This is the one I know. Go to me."
No, what I meant was I know a name that's going to knock off a couple of names, but that name does not happen to be the 2025 PGA Championship winner.
I think it might be Trent.
Can we get a hint on where the PGA was in 2025?
Yeah, the PGA 2025, I believe, was at Quail Hollow.
That's correct.
In Charlotte, North Carolina.
Riggs, go ahead.
And it was a battle. Okay, Trent, it was a battle down the stretch
Oh,
between
I know
this
it. I know
player and a live golf player.
Oh. You
that
go
was
ahead.
the battle. It was between these two players.
I think I know the live golf player, but I don't remember who won.
PGA
Xander win it?
Championship. This man who won 2 majors last year.
Xander.
No.
That was the year before.
That was the year before. The answer is Scotty
Joaquin
Scheffler.
Neiman was the live golfer, right?
It was John Rahm was up there last year.
God.
John Rahm down the stretch.
Because we might just have to
battling.
put our mics on the ground here.
Yeah, I
Was
think we
battling.
should just.
We're gonna do this as a group. We're gonna get this as a group.
It's
Trent
amazing.
already got
the
2024 winner. Trent already got the 2024 winner, I believe.
Xander.
Yep. 2023 was Scotty Scheffler.
Wrong.
Oh no. We're out.
Where was it? The venue actually does help me.
So that was
That's
at
true.
Oak Hill Country Club. We were there.
I was there.
Oh, fuck.
Brooks Koepka.
Brooks won it.
Michael Block made a
2022.
hole in one.
He sure did.
2022. This is at Southern Hills.
Oh, this
I
was
was there,
Justin
too.
Thomas.
Missed
Justin
the cut.
Thomas.
Justin Thomas. 2021.
Missed the cut, he says.
We know this one, Trent.
Don't do that.
Yep. This is a big one.
2021 PGA Championship.
Oh, Kiowa. Phil
Mickelson.
COVID year.
2020?
Colin Morikawa, TPC Harding Park.
Correct.
Barstool
2019.
Classic. The next Barstool Classic is at Harding Park.
That's right.
2019 would have
Page
been
Black. I've got it right behind me there.
Brooks.
This is back-to-back Brooks, I think.
Brooks
It
Koepka 2019. Brooks Koepka
2017, Justin Thomas, Quail Hollow.
Justin Thomas, Quail Hollow 2017. 2016 at Baltusrol.
Jimmy Walker.
Correct.
Nice.
Hell of a list, boys.
All right.
Because I
All
played
right,
good
see-
in both of those. I can remember those.
If Kiz was in him and played well, he knows the answers.
Exactly.
Listen, people are going to listen to the first couple minutes of that top 10 and be like, what am I listening to again? This is
That's
a what show?
unbelievable.
These guys
What do
are
they
idiots.
cover?
Dude, Ryan might need to play like clown music or something. Just fucking, it's just a mad scramble.
I loved when you said, it's kind of rude that you started with me, to be honest, but I thought you asked for it.
No, I had Brooks Koepka. I was like, we're going to knock out a couple of these right now.
I was trying to prop you up as like, oh, I'm randomly going to Trent. Bang, you know this one. And
I fucked you over
backfired.
there. You fucked me over, but I fucked you over before.
I fucked us too. I got Scotty Scheffler wrong. It's a bunch of wrong answers there.
It's a brutal segment by me. I just got to hold that one close to the chest. You know what I mean?
No.
What do you mean?
Just that's a tough list.
When you got to do it in order, yeah.
Would y'all have gotten Jimmy Walker ever?
No, when I was
No.
coming up with that, I mean, I said there's no way. I thought we were going to breeze right through it until we got to 2016. I was like, there's no way they'll pull Jimmy Walker out. The only reason I thought maybe was because didn't you guys go to an event at Bethpage and Jimmy Walker was one of the guys and he was a past champion, right? I missed that event because it was at Bethpage Black.
It was
We
at
went
Bethpage.
glamping.
We went glamping. It was like a FootJoy deal that we did at
Yeah.
the time. I remember.
That's
And then we teed off and like it was the last round of golf day at Bethpage Black before the PGA, like a month before or something. So it was like a packed crowd actually when we teed off. We played with Michael Breed was in our group that day, wasn't he?
Rooster.
He was.
That's right.
Was
the
he
Rooster.
giving you lessons?
Yeah, kind of.
trying.
He also like snap hooked his tee shot on the first hole and then made a heroic par from like way over in the left rough. It was great.
That's an amazing memory that you have. I have. You said, did you say that we had Keegan on after he won his? I see. Like I was searching for that, and I was like, man, I'm sure it was great. We love Keegan. We've had him on a bunch since, but that I don't have a single recollection of that.
That was so close to the time where Dave had declared him the People's Golfer 2.0 that when he won that, it was like his first win in 6 years or something. So it was kind of a huge deal for him. And I want to say like through Dave or Gaz or something, we were able to get him on. Like that was, I don't think we had a very good standing with the old PGA Tour at the time.
And Ryan can probably go back and find this footage as we talk about it. You could talk about, I don't know if Breed's snap hook was on footage, but I mean, I pulled one. That was such a nerve-wracking round for me because it was early in my foreplay history. It was like one of our first big videos at Bethpage. I talked it up with the restaurant and learning how to play golf there, the whole deal. And I snap hooked one off one into the tent and it bounced back into play. Or maybe I got like a free drop because we found it up on the tent, like in the merchandise tent. And I hit one over the trees, over the tent. I made a 4. It was like an all-world save. Trent, I think, shot 144 that day.
I did.
I think that's a real number, dude. Kids, I think that's a real number.
I thought you were just being facetious. I didn't know you actually count that.
140. Now imagine being Breed out there for like a media day trying to see the course, and you're out here with these freaking bloggers, and they're talking about God knows what, and one of the guys shoots a 144 ball in hole. Just a tough day at the Black.
This is the guy that's giving me golf talk on podcasts, blogs. 144 guy.
Mr. 144, that's what they call me.
I mean,
it's amazing you would finish. There's no way if I was Michael Breed, I would have let you finish out for a 144. At some point, I'm knocking your ball off the green. We got to go.
It's so funny looking back at that. I remember we talked about wanting to do ball and hole, like getting a number to figure out where everybody was. And I would hit my tee shot. I would top it every single hole. And then I would continue to play my ball in areas of the golf course that people haven't seen before or since. And then I would look up and all my friends would be on the green putting, laughing, having a good time, probably talking about me. And I would get to the green, eventually get my ball in the hole, and then I would count like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, put it on the scorecard. And it was just a fucking horrific day.
Well, when you look back, you're like 58 strokes better than that now. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's phenomenal. Yep. That's insane.
For sure.
Feels good to be better, for sure.
Yeah, you're like a legit 50 strokes better. Like if we're if we're calling that a major, that was a major championship golf course, and we've filmed at major championship golf courses since and recently, the last couple of years, and you shoot 50 strokes better than that.
I haven't seen you top a ball all year.
Dude, I was thinking about that randomly, maybe just a random shower thought. I was like, I don't really top my tee shots anymore, which is such a great feeling. Because it's just sitting there, just like washing my hair. I don't really wash my hair. I just let water run through it. But I was just like, I don't really top tee shots anymore, and that is, everybody knows. But when you top a tee shot, it's a killer. Or when you have what Riggs had a couple years ago, you're not even playing the sport. You're kind of a guy who also has clubs and golf balls, but you're not a golfer. You're just topping balls in front of you, and it's like not even fun at all. So to not really do that much at all anymore is. It's something I want to think about because I almost take it for granted because I used to top almost all of them.
I know I exaggerate a lot of numbers and stuff sometimes, but like I genuinely think you're over 75% of fairways hit. I genuinely think that. When you miss a fairway, it's stunning.
I don't even watch them tee off anymore.
I know.
It's automatic. It's almost 100% some days. Like when we do a breaking 85, you think back to all the holes and like every 14 fairways, no doubt. It's crazy.
The thing that's nice is it's translated even with the new swing and the swing thought and the tip that Kiz gave me, where it used to be,
right.
I knew my shot shape. It was just a slappy cut that wouldn't go very far, but I knew where it was going. Now I'm putting a little bit more into it. It's going further, and I still hit a good amount of fairways, which I'm grateful for.
Yeah, we were hitting some overdraws over there on Long Island. We were overhooking it.
We did, which I'm okay with. I'm
heck
right with
yeah. Me too.
His putting lesson with Trent, he'll shoot an 82 the next round.
We talked about it in our Cartner series.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the game feels good, and it feels good to still hit fairways and hit it a little bit further. There's no denying that.
It's an impending inevitability that you're going to break 85. I think when you do it, you're going to shoot a low number. I've said that to you a couple times, but
you have, which is very nice. The funny thing is when we broke 90, when Frankie and I did a rain dance, we're like, it's a miracle that I did this. Like, it's an absolute miracle. Almost felt like the ceiling, because it was like, I can't play better than that. I played perfectly. I got up and down from places I never thought I would. Like, everything just sort of went the right way, where it was like, all right, now we're going to start this Breaking 85 series, and we're going to try, but we could be in our 50s by the time this thing is over. Or we might just give up and, like, we hate each other and we kill each other. That's how this ends. But now when I play so much better, that now Breaking 85 is well within reach. So that series is going to continue like a locomotive. We're going to, once it starts to get nicer here in New York, which it's already starting to do, we're going to start hammering those out, and I'm going to get it done soon.
Well within reach. But it is funny to think, like, that day that we said, man, Breaking 85 is going to be real tough. Once you shot that 88 or 87 at whatever that was at Rain Dance National in Colorado, we're like, man, it's going to be hard to get to an 84 now. And that was 2 calendar years ago, right? So that has stayed true. It has been damn hard to get that 84. We've done a ton of episodes.
The 87 that I shot at Mesa Country Club is a miracle. If that video on YouTube is a miracle, because it's with a game that doesn't have any distance, and just like all of my clubs in are 5-iron, 6-iron, 4 hybrid. It's like, this guy's got no shot. Yeah. But now with this new drive, with the distance, it's certainly possible.
Your driver is the most improved single element of anyone's golf game that I've ever seen, or that I think anyone's ever seen. Like, you legitimately just pipe dead straight draws now 50 yards farther than you hit the ball a month ago because of Kevin Kisner.
I told him on Long Island when we were together, he's probably the most improved golfer I've ever seen in my lifetime. From when I first met Trent. What was that, 2015 or 14 maybe?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
When we played the first time, you just were, like you said, another guy with a bag of clubs that doesn't matter. You're just over there taking oxygen.
Right. I'm just like taking up a spot in the foursome in terms of like a golf game.
And now I'm like, if we play as a group, all right, I got Trent. I know he'll be in the fairway. Riggs and Frankie, no idea what they're going to do. They're going to show up at some point. I just don't know when. But I know this dude right here, he's going to be out there for me.
Yep.
Absolutely. He's like an incredible alternate shot team partner.
Yeah, he's not going to throw you in any mess.
Alt shot is just about avoiding a disaster. And Trent really just hits it straight and consistently. You're chipping it well now. Your touch is like way better. You have so few of these where it's like, and we play really hard golf courses, so it happens to all of us, and it happens occasionally, but you have so much fewer of the like fucked up chips where you chip and then you're like chipping again and whatever. It's like you're getting like up and down. You're hitting these pitches off tight lies that check up on the green near the hole. That's like, that just wasn't even in an arsenal 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and you're doing it every time. It's just like a solid golf game.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's really fun. And I will say, like, it's fun showing up to these when they do these videos where I'm like, if I'm a couple Riggs blow up holes here from really nipping at this guy's heels during this round. And that's fun. Like, I mean, for the longest time,
for sure.
For years it was back and forth between Frankie and Riggs. Whoever was playing better, there's been stretches where each of you has been the best golfer in the group, like, no doubt about it. So, I was always way down there. So now, with the way that I'm playing, you guys are in range if you guys have a blow-up hole or two, which is a really fun thing to do. It's fun to go out and play.
Yeah, you're fucking right there. It's like, it's not lost on me. And I'm sure Frankie too. If like when I have a couple bad holes, I'm like, okay, fucking Trent's gonna beat me again. Just like, oh, I gotta get my shit together here. Like, fuck, this guy hits another fairway. It's like, God damn it, is he ever gonna fuck up? It's like, I'm like, what'd you make there, Trent? Hoping you'll say 9, and it's I made a 5. I'm like, fuck, this guy's relentless. God damn it.
Putting still needs some work, but we'll figure that out.
Kids can help you out with that, no problem.
Yeah, he putts like he used to hit his driver. He tries to hit fades with his putter.
The internet won't let me hear the end of it, and they're right. That's one where I just gotta like put my hand up and be like, I slice across my putts, and it's not good. It's really bad.
Traditional security locks you in long-term, multi-year contracts with huge cancellation fees. SimpliSafe changed the game. Extremely effective 24/7 professional monitoring that's affordable and with none of those long-term contracts. Fully customizable system to fit your exact needs, backed by SimpliSafe's 24/7 professional monitoring agents who dispatch emergency help when you need it. Look, I've had SimpliSafe for years. So has Frankie. We've got very important things, people, places, belongings in our lives that you want to protect, mostly your family. SimpliSafe is going to help you do that, and you're going to do it very simply.
Yeah, it's an amazing, amazing system. I've got these SimpliSafe cameras everywhere, and I've got the home base right in my house, and it all connects to Wi-Fi. It's super easy. It's wireless, or you can wire them in if you don't want to be changing the batteries, and the batteries last months for me. So I have a nice system down pat. I've got extra batteries on charge all the time. Whenever one dies, I recharge them. And yeah, you can just check anything that you need, whether you're on the road, whether you're in your house. It's such a nice security to have. And yeah, it's just peace of mind knowing that your entire house is secure, alarms are on, people opening windows. They got the whole entire deal. So SimpliSafe, I've had it for 5 years at this point. Nothing to complain about.
Don't put my name behind many brands, but I trust SimpliSafe. You have to. Is about as trustworthy as it gets, is being with somebody like SimpliSafe to protect your home and your valuables and the people that you love. My listeners will get 50% off a new system when you sign up for professional monitoring, and your first month is free by visiting simplisafe.com/foreplay. Again, you're going to get your first month free. You just visit simplisafe.com/foreplay. That is half off at simplisafe.com/foreplay. There's no safe like SimpliSafe. Foreplay Crew is making our games accountable to you this year because we're tracking our rounds on an app called The Grit, and you can follow our profiles inside the app. We all have our own profile. We post our scores in there. We post our rounds in there. It's completely free to download and keep your scores, and the GPS maps are always 100% free to use at every single course. This has been huge for us. We travel a lot, as folks know. We're in different states. We're in different regions. We're going to be in different countries soon playing golf. You go to courses you've never been to before. The GPS maps from the Grit, including the green reading map with the topography and the breaks, this thing's awesome.
Yeah, we really do use this a lot. And, we obviously love every single sponsor that we have. And you can tell in the videos, whether it's the drink that we're having or the car that we're driving to the golf course, it's something that we really take seriously. We're very appreciative of these brands that want to attach themselves to our brand, but we do take it seriously on like what we promote. We want to make sure it actually works and it's good and it's a good product. When we saw the Grit, we all knew immediately that it was going to be a perfect partner because we actually love the product and we use it on the golf course. It makes it easier to play the game of golf. You see everything that you need to be able to see. You see all the bunkers that are in hidden spots. You see all of the breaks on the green that are 250 yards away. You know where to hit it. There's no questions to be asked. Sure, the lasers are going to tell you how far it is, but you're not going to see anything. You're not going to have any picture of the hole. And it tracks all your stats. It tracks all of your rounds. It's an amazing app. And you can also live update your rounds and all your friends can follow. There's a social aspect to it. So yeah, if you have like the round of your life coming up, all your friends can kind of follow as you upload your scores and they can go nuts when you made a double bogey or an eagle or whatever it may be. So download the Grit. It's an unbelievable app.
Yeah, I used it on the match against the Bryan Bros when I hit it to 4 feet on that wedge shot that we all somehow didn't touch the hole. Had no idea what the green looked like. Told you I wasn't coming down a putt. Maybe I should have used the Grit app on the read for the putt, but I did on the second shot.
That's so true. That is so true. I remember that one. You hit it so tight, and then, none of us even hit the hole. So we didn't really help you there. But guess what? The Grit is going to help you. Make sure you download the Grit and follow myself, Trent, and Frankie. We have our profiles on there. So again, go download the Grit and follow all of us on there. Moving on to PGA Championship stuff, storylines. We're going to go through a couple storylines. The biggest one every year that we do this now is Jordan Spieth is sort of the new Rory McIlroy. It's not new. This is going to be 10 years of him going into the PGA Championship, needing just this tournament to complete the career Grand Slam. He would be just the 7th player at this point to have ever done it. I would say the difference between Spieth and Rory is that over the last maybe 7 years or so, when Rory wasn't winning a major for a decade, he still was like a top 5, top 3, top 2 player in the world. He was contending. He was just missing a couple putts at the U.S. Open. He was hitting all 18 greens in regulation at the 150th Open Championship. Like, he was just right there. He should win. Spieth, outside of a few flashes of brilliance, has not really contended in majors and has not really contended that much at the top level of the game since really that like 2017, which is when he won the Open Championship. However, he's trending a little bit. His latest, he finished tied for 12th at the Masters. He has no top 10s this year, but he has 5 top 20s. So it's not like he's playing horrendously. In his 9 attempts at winning the Career Grand Slam since he got 3 of the 4 checked off, he's finished T28, T12, T3, T71, T30, T34, T29, T43, and a missed cut. So again, it's not like he's been knocking at the door and we can't believe that he's about that he hasn't won the PGA yet. Coming in, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that of all the things that could occur this week, I think Jordan Spieth winning the PGA Championship would be the biggest storyline by far.
Did you read his quote today at the PGA Championship? It said something along the lines of, yeah, if I could win one more tournament, this would obviously be it.
Yeah.
But I can't try to win it or something like that.
Yeah, he essentially said, if I could win one more tournament in my life, it would obviously be this one for that reason. But the easiest way to do that is to not try to, in a weird way, which I don't know. What does that mean?
I didn't know either. I was hoping y'all would enlighten me on that one. I read that quote and said, I have no idea what he's talking about.
I think is he saying like it's when you grip something too tight, like you almost got to just like let it. You can't try too hard. I think is what he's trying to say. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's
can't put the PGA champ on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Right. Stop putting that PGA Championship on a
pedestal.
Can't
put that PGA champ on a pedestal. You just got to keep going with the flow. It'll come. It will come.
Yeah.
Sort of what Rory did for a while, right? Rory was trying everything when it came down to the Masters. And he talked about it in the documentary and in the interviews where he's like, one year I would show up super early and, go through everything, ride every ride, do every practice round. He's like, wouldn't work. Next year I'd show up late. I pretended like the tournament didn't even exist. He's like, that didn't work. So it's like you're trying everything for this one tournament. So maybe that's kind of what he means, is that golf is sort of that game where if you try too hard, you play worse.
I think the interest in a Jordan Spieth major winner, again, not as much interest as what happened with Rory, but pretty close, man. Jordan Spieth, when he gets it going, and because he's got so many clips out there of him like in trees and he'll make a 4 and people are like, wow, what a Jordan Spieth hole. He's a little bit like Phil in that respect, but he was so popular early on that he really broke through and people were like, all right, Jordan Spieth, he is a guy even outside of golf that we're just going to know about. He had these huge deals, these Under Armour deals, and he was in commercials with like Tom Brady. It was like, wow, Jordan Spieth is going to be the guy. And then obviously it didn't go that way. But I think like going around in group chats early Sunday of like Jordan Spieth has a 2-shot lead coming down the stretch here. Like I think a ton of people are tuning into that, and it would be just a massive, massive breakthrough on every sports channel, everybody talking about it, every podcast, if Jordan Spieth ends up winning the PGA Championship. It would be so huge.
Oh, the whole golf world would rally behind Spieth for sure. He is a unanimously loved athlete. I don't know anyone that hates Jordan Spieth. I mean, do you guys have any knowledge of anyone that roots against Jordan Spieth? There's no reason to.
No.
He's just been such a great competitor. He had that fire in the beginning, and there's something there's something beautiful about the struggle also. I mean, and he brings you right in, just like a lot of these guys do. Rory always brings you right in when he's struggling, and he lets you know how he's playing, and he talks through all these things, and him and Greller, and you just hear their conversations out there as they dive deep into every single thought process on how to hit this next shot. And he has great sellies and great moments, and just, I mean, he's definitely a fire that has been, we've been waiting for that thing to ignite again. And who knows if we'll ever get it again, but there's no doubt about it that the whole entire golf world would rally around that win and that rise back to stardom. Because, I'm not saying the PGA Tour needs it, but that's just another name that they have in their pocket. That's like, if this guy gets going now, you just mentioned all those deals he had, like another marketable superstar.
Yeah, it is a good point. Like Rory, we love Rory. I think we've gone crazy about Rory on this show many times. Root for him, can't help it. But he's a pretty polarizing guy. There's plenty of fans out there that have a very negative reaction to things that Rory say. Same with John Rahm. You're going to get the same with Bryson. He's always been polarizing. Jordan Spieth is like universally rooted for. I feel like, I don't know. He was kind of the golden boy when he came out. Remember when he was winning, dude? Every interview he said, he would always talk about his own game with the word we. He would always be like, we got it done. We were in a tough spot here on 16. He's always been that way. His family is like very, very beloved, like endearing family. His relationship with his family is incredible with his sister, like all of it. He's just so incredibly likable. And then, the way he plays golf, he's crack cocaine out there. It's like, you need another hit of this guy. Like, he's in a fucking tree. Like you're saying, he's got to hit a low cut over water, and he does it. He sprays it off the planet. When he won the PGA Championship, I think Matt Kuchar is still sitting out there in the fairway on one knee on like the 13th hole while Spieth finds a line from the driving range. He's moving the equipment trucks, and he makes a bogey somehow out of all that. And then the next hole, he goes like, he makes like a birdie on the par 3 and then makes eagle and tells Greller to get the ball out of the hole. So like, he's just an incredible guy to watch. So yeah, I think he would be the biggest storyline for sure if Spieth came out of this thing with a W.
One correction, that was the British Open, not the PGA Championship.
British Open.
Second, can any of y'all, without using your computers, tell me when the last time Jordan Spieth won a golf tournament on the PGA Tour?
Oh, he won in
2022.
2023, maybe?
It was
Texas
Texas,
event?
right? Was he in Texas?
2022 RBC Heritage.
Thank you very much.
Damn.
Oh, that was after he missed the cut at the Masters.
4 full years since he's won a golf tournament.
Was his first win
nuts, right? I just looked it up while y'all were talking. That's what made me think of it. Because I was wondering when it was. He's on my list of once you have 3 kids. Nah.
I think his first win after a long drought was a Texas event. That's what I'm thinking of. But yeah, 4 full years is, you just would have never thought that with the way that
I thought that was like 2 years ago, man. I thought that
feels crazy, right? 2022.
Kids, I can't even imagine what having 3 kids is like. I can't even imagine.
I got one walking out right now. She just came to listen to y'all. Yeah. Wait till they're old enough to come hang out while you're doing your podcast.
Oh, that just gave me like the heebie-jeebies, and like just like skipping forward and just seeing Frankie Boy in the corner, like watching us talking. It's like the ghost of Christmas past or something like that. Yep. Man, dude, like that is a big day every day. You know what I mean? Like today he had like an appointment, and then he had swim lessons. This kid's 12 months old. Like I can't imagine 3 human beings plus your own schedules.
You don't have it on schedule whenever you are parenting 3. I can promise you that.
Totally. We just lost Ryan Richardson. That's interesting.
That's rare.
Short order
producer in the podcast. I think, is this thing still rolling then?
It says
I do see it rolling, which is huge.
Okay.
But that's something to flag.
We are a producer-less podcast right now. It feels like we're just rolling.
The guy who starts the recording, finishes the recording, edits it, does all of it, he's not here anymore. So I don't know.
Now, what exactly does that mean, do you think? What do we do?
I don't know, because he went out quick. So either like a torpedo hit his apartment, or just like, you know what I mean? Like he went out, dude. That was like,
Frankie, something bad happened in Hoboken just now.
Did y'all not hear anything in New York over there?
Dude, that wasn't like a laggy thing. That was just like, bah, just
he gone.
He gone.
And I don't think he can come back in unless somebody lets him in, which I don't know how to do.
So. No. I just typed Hoboken into Twitter. I don't see any news. So that's big.
So how does the host let the host back in?
I don't know.
Did somebody get switched?
They got a bunch
host?
of idiots now with the controls. We don't know what the hell we're doing.
I think we just keep rolling.
Yeah, let's keep it rolling. I mean, at some point, we'll just figure it out. But
all right. Well, Oh, he's
There
back.
he is.
He
Ryan
made it
Richardson.
back.
Live.
I think my Wi-Fi just shit out real quick.
All right.
That was
All right.
so
At least you're
weird.
breathing. We thought maybe like a missile hit your apartment building or something.
Yeah, we were hypothesizing. We checked the news, make sure
Because it was
Hoboken
such a
all right.
quick exit. It was no lag. It was just pop. Gone.
Well, so Frankie, like when you were talking, you just cut out, and I was like, I said to you guys, I said, did Frankie just cut out? And then I realized everyone stopped, and I was like, what the fuck? And then Riverside said that your connection was unstable, or my connection was unstable, and my whole screen went black, and I freaked out. But
Oh, we're all good now.
it kept recording though. We're good.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
good. We kind of
Wow.
like we
You
kind
said
of
the
made
most
fun of you
important
for
shit in
couple
podcast
minutes.
history, and you
My heart is pounding. I thought maybe we lost everything.
No. We're
We
great.
took
We're
over
doing
as producer. I handled it. It wasn't a big deal.
Cool.
fine. All right. A couple other storylines I got on here. I kind of got the whole crew of three guys that are in similar, I would say, boats, which is major championship tally, which is Scotty, Rory, and Brooks Koepka. Scotty Scheffler's got 4 majors. Rory's got 6 now. Brooks Koepka's got 5 now. That's a shit ton of majors, by the way. A shit ton of majors. Like DJ's got, he won 2 his whole career. DJ was winning every year for like 20 years. So it's not easy to win major championships. Those guys have piled up a bunch. So I just kind of have them listed in that little group of 3 of like, who's going to emerge, who's going to continue to add to their tally. Scotty Scheffler has finished second 3 tournaments in a row, which is really, if you're betting on him every week, you got to think that's a statistical anomaly, but turns out he is. Rory McIlroy is coming off of back-to-back Masters victories, and he said, I think last week, he's as motivated after winning the Masters this year as he's ever been, which we talked about on last week's show. And then Brooks Koepka, who showed some pretty decent form down in Myrtle Beach. He wasn't in the signature event at Quail Hollow this week, but showed some solid form down in Myrtle Beach. He's played pretty well throughout the year as he's kind of like climbing back into the PGA Tour. But it's a major, and I just kind of had those 3 listed as like big-time major winners that all sort of have a similar number of majors.
I would say Brooks Koepka just has to get the putter going. His ball striking is the same level as it was when he was winning all the majors. Just putting's lagging behind. He switched putters, switched putting grips, all in 2026. But if he starts seeing putts going in, he's as dangerous as anyone with his ball striking. He's still an elite ball striker and obviously has the mentality to win major championships. The other 2, who knows, man? They could win at any moment whenever they get hot, and they're going to be around for the weekend. I know Rory didn't play great early last week, but got it going. But what do y'all think about the DJ thing? This was his first major he wasn't exempt for in 15 years, and they gave him a special exemption. I thought it was interesting just because he doesn't seem as relevant as he once was, and I'm not sure if it was a reach. It felt like a reach to me. And I grew up with DJ. We're good friends, so.
I agree with that. I thought that felt a little bit out of nowhere, to be honest with you. Like, I feel like they've snubbed people that were way closer to deserving one, I feel like, than DJ in this situation.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I can't name one off the top of my head, but I remembered more controversy on people being left out than put in.
Right. 100%. And that's why I was like, it's not like if DJ wasn't in this year's PGA, I don't think it would have been a big story where people are like, I can't believe they didn't give DJ an exemption into the PGA Championship.
Yeah, and I don't know DJ personally, but it seems like to me he would feel similar to that. He's just kind of like, I'm not in the PGA Championship. I'll just like go on one of my 8 boats. Like doesn't have like the attitude of a guy where he was knocking on the PGA of America's door, being like, put me in this thing or I'm gonna raise hell. I think he would have been like, I don't have an exemption here.
He'd just be
I'm
like,
don't
have tea time this week. Don't have tea time this week. And then he'd just be, he'd be on his boat. I don't think he'd care. I don't think he'd know.
Y'all want me playing there?
It's pretty good. That's not bad.
You guys want me going up to Philly then? I found my pigeon.
Kids loves it. I
found my pigeon.
Have you?
That's pretty good.
Have you practiced that at all, or this is like kind of
just coming out? You got to kind of come from like the back of the throat. There's a lot of air that comes out.
I'm not even gonna try. You got the #1 DJ impression on this show.
Is there any investigative journalism we could do in terms of like his sponsor or like someone that's in the higher ups of, maybe like I don't know, is he repped by anyone and that's why he's getting this look? Or is it just like they want the biggest names in the PGA Championship because we've always talked about how they don't have really an identity and you just want a guy like Dustin Johnson in it?
I think it's how many majors he's played in a row, and they didn't want to be the streak ender.
Oh.
Okay.
That's my just random South Carolina, Georgia educated hypothesis.
What a spot for him to be where like none of the majors want to be the one where they break his streak. He just goes on forever.
Yeah. That's an interesting
I don't know
theory.
that the others have special exemptions though.
Yeah, probably not.
Dude, speaking of that, Jordan Spieth said something interesting. He was they were talking about winning the PGA Championship, of course, and he was like, "Oh yeah, winning the PGA, obviously the Grand Slam, winning a major, all that you get for it." And then he's like playing in it forever, and then he goes, "Or until you're possibly asked, maybe we celebrate this as your last, like Augusta does." This is what he said, and so he very much implied that Augusta National, when guys get old and continue to take advantage of their forever invite because they're a champion, that Augusta goes to them and is like, "How about this is your last fucking tournament out here this time?"
That's awesome.
Do they put it in the invitation, you think, on a separate letter? Hey, you're invited back, but just make sure you know this is the last one.
You've been invited back to your last Masters. They just sneak it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sandy Lyle's like, now what is that? What's that word doing in there? I don't understand. I don't understand this, but I don't get to play it again. It's like,
or they just they act as though you've sent in your letter of resignation almost, where they're like, "We are so sad to see this be your last one. We will make everything perfect for you. We're sad to see you go. Good luck in your final tournament." And Sandy's like,
Hun, did I say I was quitting the Masters?
Yeah, you probably did, Sandy. Like, shit.
All right, well, one more trip to Georgia.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. But yeah, I'm not sure maybe he does have still some exemptions from, he won the COVID Masters, which gets you 5 years into the other majors, I believe. So yeah, might have to be the U.S. Open's call or something if he's not gonna.
They're just passing the buck. The major championships are passing the buck on DJ.
And I was beating up on our guy Tommy Fleetwood last week. He posted a solid 5th at Quail Hollow. Tommy Ladd might be just primed for a Ronimick PGA Championship out of the group this week.
I thought of that when I was watching the golf on Sunday. I was watching him very closely with your thoughts in the back of my mind. And yeah, he was still a little bit all over the place. It was a little erratic, which was like something I didn't see from him last year. He was missing fairways. He was in the deep rough, it seemed a ton. But yeah, if he's finishing in the top 5 going into a major week, especially getting that monkey off his back last year, feel pretty good about Tommy Fleetwood having a good showing this week.
I put him and Cam Young in the same bucket. They were kind of my last bucket of the storylines, just because I think they're the top 2 dogs that don't have a major championship yet that it feels like they're going to. Tommy at the end of last year was just a top, it didn't even feel like he was a top 5 machine. It felt like he was a should have won and somehow didn't win the tournament machine, and then broke through and won at Eastlake, which is one of the biggest events of the year. It's the biggest prize of the year in terms of monetarily. Then he was fucking dominant in the Ryder Cup, which is arguably the biggest event that we've got. So going into this year, it was like, this guy's going to win a bunch of tournaments. He's going to win major. That's why Kiz brought that up last week. And then Cam Young, he didn't have a good Sunday. He 4-jacked the second hole. He still is looking phenomenal. I don't think he's finished. He's finished outside the top 10 once in his last 7 starts, and that includes 2 different wins, which was the Players Championship and the Cadillac over at Doral. So he's just a problem as well. But I put the 2 of them kind of in the same bucket, I think, as like the best guys form-wise that haven't won a major yet, that this could be their time to win a major.
Yeah, Cam Young is my bet for the week. I went on the DraftKings Sportsbook. I put $500 on Cam Young to win. And I was surprised when I went on there that he's got the 4th best odds because he's been playing so great. He's behind Scotty, Rory, and Rahm, which makes some sense. But when I made my decision, it was before I had jumped onto the app, and I was like, I'm going to bet Cam Young to win the PGA Championship. And when I saw those odds, I was happy because I think that guy's going to win. I think he's going to win the PGA Championship. It's just, it feels like it's been Cam Young's year so far, and I think that's going to continue in a big way.
The only reason I don't love him is 3 weeks in a row of playing big events. Feels like a lot to a major championship to play Doral, then Quail Hollow, straight to Aronimink.
So who do you love?
Who
do you love?
I think Scotty Scheffler's going to win.
Awesome.
He hasn't won. Everybody tells you how terrible he's played all year. He finishes second every week.
He's definitely going to win. That's such a great call. He's definitely going to win.
Right. You
I hope
think
he wins.
back.
I hope you're right, boys.
Oh, yeah. It's like Rory, like betting the Masters this year. I didn't even think about Rory. I was like, nope. No, it never even crossed my mind. But it's like, these guys can win these tournaments back to back. No problem. Easy.
Kiz told us Rory, too. Kiz told us Rory's going to win the Masters. And we were just like, I don't even think I was listening. I was texting on the side while you were doing that segment or something. I don't know what happened to that.
So you didn't put a bet in on him?
He just kind of gives us tidbits, has been like firing at an 80% clip in terms of winners or top threes.
I know.
Tommy Ladd will be around on the weekend. Cam Young will peter out over the weekend. He'll get tired.
Sorry, Trent.
A Scotty
Tommy
Scheffler,
Ladd, we
did Scotty
did
Scheffler, Tommy Fleetwood parlay. Scotty Scheffler win, Tommy Fleetwood top 10 is juicy.
Pretty good.
Okay.
We did 15 to 20
awesome.
minutes on Jordan Spieth and how popular that win would be. Tommy Fleetwood would be a very close second.
Yeah.
That would be this pot. I mean, me personally, and I think other people on this podcast would be losing their minds if Tommy Fleetwood
it'd be
wins
phenomenal.
The next major in golf is here, and DraftKings Sportsbook has a new customer offer at Aronimink. When the leaderboard tightens and the pressure hits, the best players in the world show you exactly what they're made of. At this major, legacies take shape one shot at a time. DraftKings keeps the action going all 4 rounds right until a champion is crowned. Bet player props live as the action unfolds. First tee box to the 18th green. Every birdie, every bogey, every clutch putt. When a major is on the line. New DraftKings customers, you bet just $5 and you'll get $100 in bonus bets instantly. Once again, you bet just $5, you'll get $100 in bonus bets instantly. Also, make sure you download DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the code FORE so you're ready for the moment. That's code FORE, F-O-R-E. Download that DraftKings Sportsbook app. Turn $5 into $100 in bonus bets instantly. We want to highlight the same game parlay feature that they now have in golf. So you can loop in multiple things, escalate those odds, which we are doing for you right here. My pick this week that I love is Ludwig Oberg, friend of the program, to finish inside of the top 10. He is plus 188 to finish inside the top 10. What are you gentlemen going to add to it?
I've got Xander Schauffele, top 5, plus 330. I just feel good about it. I know he's played not his best golf leading up to this, but not terrible either. A couple of top 10s, but I like Xander Schauffele at the PGA Championship. Obviously won one a couple years ago, so I like Xander, top 5.
I'm going with the leader right here in terms of odds. I'm going with Scotty Scheffler, top 5 to round this 3-pick same-game parlay out, which leaves us at right now at 10:45 p.m. the night before you're listening to this. It leaves this at plus 2,200 right now, which is great. Obviously, odds subject to change, but that's pretty good odds for 3 guys that we all think will be in the mix when it comes down to Sunday. And at a major, those are 3 names that you definitely want to, have some money on. So why not parlay those all together? And with this same game parlay feature on DraftKings, it's not just like top 10s, outright winners, top 5s. You can also do by region as a same game parlay option. So you can say the best top American you can pick, the top, whatever nationality you want to pick down there. There's so many different options. There's also matchups that you can pick for same game parlay. So that you can really get creative when it comes down to picking out and building out your parlay with golf. And it's something that DraftKings is really trying to let people know that it's not just those outright leader picks that you can make. You can get pretty creative with them.
Yeah, same game parlay now being a part of golf is huge. We love it. So you can follow ours. You can build your own. Just make sure you stay tuned on DraftKings Sportsbook app throughout the entire week. Use the code FORE. Once again, in partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. This episode is brought to you by Kraken, the official crypto platform of Barstool Sports. Golf's all about consistency. Same swing, same routine. Don't overthink it. Crypto's the same idea. You don't need to time the perfect shot. Just show up and keep swinging. And it's not just crypto. Kraken has stocks and ETFs as well, over 11,000 equities. So whether you're building a portfolio or just getting started, it's all in one place. They've got 350 plus cryptos to trade, 11,000 plus equities that include, again, stocks and ETFs, recurring buys. You can stack while you're out chasing birdies, and you can get up to $200 when your buddies sign up through your referral link. Terms and conditions apply. But if you're going to be in the crypto game, you're going to be doing some trading, fellas, Kraken's the spot to do it.
Yeah, you got to get involved. Crypto's the future. You got to have a platform that you trust. Kraken is definitely that. You got to have a platform that's easy to use. Kraken is also that. So if you're going to jump into this world, which you should, crypto, Kraken is the way to do it. Yeah, it's a platform that we trust and have used for a while now. And yeah, no complaints about it.
No, it's great. I love it. I love using it. I love having everything in one spot. Build your stack like your handicap slowly and with fewer disasters. Kraken's giving you $25 in Bitcoin. New users, go to kraken.com/barstool. Make sure you use the code, which is Barstool25 when you sign up. Deposit and trade $100, and then boom, you're going to get $25 in Bitcoin. Once again, kraken.com/barstool. That code is Barstool25. And then you're going to get $25 in Bitcoin if you deposit and trade $100. It's awesome. Kraken.com/barstool. Barstool25 is the code. In terms of PGA Championship, that is all I had on that. We've got a bunch of other things that are cooking in the old golf world that we could kind of rattle through here. I want to give a shout out to Brandt Snedeker, who is no doubt a friend of Kevin Kisner. He is the captain of the President's Cup team this year that'll be out at Medina. He's been all over those United States teams over the last decade. Incredibly nice guy. I've said this before, but I think maybe 2 years ago now, he had played a dog shit first round of the Canadian Open. And then me and a couple pals who were in town to support Alistair Doherty were at the bar, and he was getting hounded by some annoying people at the hotel bar. So he rolled over to the bar across the street, and we rolled over there too, ran into him, and he sat there with us for 4 hours having beers and just hanging, and he is the man. Brandt Snedeker is the absolute man. He broke through at 45 years old and won in Myrtle Beach this week. He was incredibly emotional afterwards. It was on Mother's Day, and his first win, I believe, since his mother has passed away. So he was very, very emotional. He's an emotional guy anyways. But Kiz, pretty damn inspiring and cool shit to see Brandt Snedeker get the win.
Yeah, awesome week. Obviously, he's played fantastic most of the year. Had a chance in Tampa last group on Sunday. I was fortunate enough to call it with NBC. Got to hang out with his kids and Mandy. They were there before he teed off, and you would have thought that he's never won a golf tournament before they were going out to watch him on that Sunday. They were so nervous. Everybody's on pins and needles. And I grabbed his wife, Mandy. I was like, hey, remember, he's won 9 times and he's 45 years old. No matter what happens today, it's going to be okay. And she's like, I know. I just really want it for him. He wants it so badly. And to see him come back and battle through at that age and really just a testament to the character that he is and hard work and just the want to win is amazing to me, that he's out there still grinding and to get it done. You know, he bogeyed the last hole, and I know we were texting, it pissed him off so badly that he was right there to do it and put it away. And for him to be able to get the win without having to go back out in the playoff, just amazing week. Great guy, one of my best buddies on the entire circuit out there, and we've been texting all weekend, all night Sunday night. He was firing on group threads, and it was awesome to see. He was so fired up to get that win, and he's in the PGA Championship now, so who knows, man? Lightning might strike twice in a row. Brandt Snedeker could be your next guy. Speaking of the devil, Brandt Snedeker.
Calling you right now?
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
just text me.
That's awesome.
That's insane.
That's
That's
awesome.
kind of crazy, right? I just looked down at my
Crazy.
phone. I was like, what?
Crazy. Dude, what a guy. He just seems like the man. He's a Nashville guy, is that right, Kiz?
Yeah. Yeah. He
He's
played it. He was
Nashville.
the senior at Vanderbilt when I was a freshman at Georgia. Pretty much the first time I ran across him. And, he's prancing around. We kind of are the same player, right? We don't necessarily hit it the best. Just figure it out. Have a real high self-esteem when we play, and that's what kind of carries us through, and the will to beat your ass competitively.
Such a good way to put it. High self-esteem.
So
A bunch
we've
of cocky
always
motherfuckers walking
a
around
bunch of
playing
cocky,
golf.
exactly. So we've been boys forever. What, 25 years now, and 20 more than that. And I love it, man. I'm so proud of him. Awesome week, and can't wait to see what he does for the rest of the year.
We lost Ryan Richard again.
Freaking me out.
Poor guy.
Hoboken on high alert once again.
It is on high alert. Kiz, he's got that poppy. You guys ready to talk about Brandt Snedeker?
Absolutely.
Kiz, he's got that poppy putting stroke that I love. I don't feel like anybody else has that putting stroke out there. The way he just kind of pops it, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. It's so I'm gonna go golf nerd on you, but everybody says he pops it, right? But your backstroke's 2-to-1 in measurement of time. So let's say your backstroke is supposed to be 9.9 of a second, 0.6 in the backstroke, 0.3 in the through stroke, if that makes sense. Am I explaining that to you at all? Frankie's
yes.
like mind blown again.
What the fuck are you talking about?
So your backstroke till you hit the ball
I
is
got you.
2-to-1, right? So you got to take it back, and then you got to hit it. So everybody says he pops it, but I put him on that measuring device, and he's 2-to-1 every time. Like, just perfect. He's just faster than everyone else. So he's not really popping it. It's just he does everything faster than everyone else. And it's pretty fascinating thing to watch. Can't remember what that thing's called now. Brad Faxon's a big sponsor of it. You put it on the end of your grip of your putter, and it measures the tempo of your stroke. And then you can do it on your app on your phone, so you can just walk around all day and get it right.
The metronome?
No, that's just the beating.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Did we ever figure out if that's the backswing to the hit or
I don't
the
know.
finish?
Gotta be.
Because I watched the clip on the Pat McAfee show, and she kind of gets through the swing when she does it, like in the podcast studio. She said Coca-Cola. It's definitely contact though, but you guys can carry on. It's interesting. I didn't know that there was a 2-to-1 ratio there with the putting.
I didn't know that either.
0.9 is what they go for. 0.6, 0.3.
What do you think about that clip that went viral of Tiger Woods talking about putting when he was at Liberty National? Like, I think it was last year when he was at that event, and he was talking to someone on the green, and he was saying how he basically stops all the force. He acts like the ball stops all the force of his putter. Where is that in relation to the 2-to-1?
Isn't that the same thing as I tell you to stop at impact on your swing?
Yes. But I'm saying is that...
Well, that's when
is
you
that
want
in
the
relation
most force to be into the ball. It's the same thing.
Okay.
You just gotta... Most people go slow to fast.
I think, Frank, I think you're confused on the timer. It starts when you go back, and it starts again when you go forward.
That's right.
Okay.
So the impact is the stop of it. It's not afterwards.
Right.
Ryan Richard rejoined the show. But you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Are you just
so
saying
that's
that,
the feel he's talking about?
Is that something that you felt? Or was that another Tigerism that people were? Because I mean, everyone's up in arms on like, what do you mean you're just like the ball stopping the motion of the putter head?
No, I love it. I think it's great. I love that way more than him trying to release his right hand. I never understood what that meant. Because...
Interesting though, because when I think I'm putting well in my own brain, I'm thinking like I'm going fluid through the ball. Like my mental thought is like, don't stop. Like carry it through to your target mentally. Like let's make sure we're not just stopping, because that's when I start to push every single putt low, and it just goes low left every single time. And like when I think about one fluid arc, you know what I mean? That's where I start to actually putt my line. So when he says that, it's more of that like pop, that like kind of just like that pop to me.
Yeah, the sensor's called Blast Motion. You should get one. I'm sure
Blast
they'll send you one
Motion XXX.
Blast
motion.
Let's get some Blast Motion sent over.
I would love some Blast Motion. Sounds unreal.
It does.
Jesus.
Provides data on backstroke time, forward stroke time, and tempo ratio, helping golfers, especially under pressure, to replicate a consistent rhythmic stroke.
I'm looking for a consistent rhythmic stroke with Blast Motion for sure, dude.
For your putter, remember, Frankie, don't put this in a weird spot.
I'm all in on golf data, though. Like, I mean, there's a million different things out there now, like that Arccos stuff. Which, like, can we talk about that? I actually had that in my notes from months ago, and I don't know where that lies in relation to like our sponsors and stuff. I know, like, I don't think it actually matters, but so it's probably gonna be like a free ad for Arccos. But did you see this technology that they have where you put it in your pocket, and they're claiming that they know everything about the ball? That everything about the swing and the impact and where the ball goes. So there's nothing attached to your club anymore. You put this thing in your pocket, and they're saying that based off AI data compiled for millions of golf shots, that they know the swing speed, the swing aggression, and the sound, and they can then plot yourself around what club you hit, how hard you hit it, where you hit it. Got to look this up. And people are using it. And I don't know if I'm getting Instagram added because I just bought a neck pillow that massages you for 15 minutes last night for $185 on Instagram. But like, and I could be getting Instagram added from Arccos. Like, how is that possible?
Can't answer that, but tell them to send me one and I'll call bullshit or tell you if it's true or not.
I like that segment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do like that
you.
segment. Kids will tell you.
What do you think about that, Riggs? You've got to have seen this, no?
I haven't seen I've always known the Arccos where you put all the sensors in the top of your club.
Oh, dude, you got to check this out once we're done on the pod. It's preposterous. Just the thought of it is a slap in the face. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm going to probably get it. Dude, it's crazy. The Instagram ads are them like pulling everything out of the clubs. And they're like, all you need is this. And they just put it in their pocket. They hit a driver and the app shows them you hit it 275 with a little bit of a cut. And it's like, we use the sound and the data of the force coming through your pocket. It's crazy.
That's shocking. I had not heard that. I don't know if I buy that. You know, we might have to go like the does kids think this is bullshit segment.
Tracking is here, is what it says.
Yes. Dude, I'm telling you, it's nuts.
Dude just put it in his pocket and swung.
What are you putting in your pocket? Is it like
you're putting like an AirPod case in your pocket?
That's exactly what it looks like.
You're putting an AirPod case filled with like sensors and microphones, and there's something like, how does it know the difference between a practice swing, like through, you know, if Joey Colcutt's had an Arccos in his pocket, they'd think he shot a 280. He takes a full practice swing with contact onto the ground every single time with a divot and everything. Here he is. All right, this is a full blown ad. You know.
It's okay.
Our sponsors are probably like, we would love a breakdown of our products as much as this, but
yeah,
listen,
but
might be bullshit.
we're skeptical foreplay on
that.
questioning
the
it.
validity of it.
It also shows how, see, these are the old ones. That's old shit. We're looking for the one that you put in your pocket.
A new AI-powered wearable that works without club sensors or a phone, using AI to detect shots and predict clubs with the first year free for new subscribers. Fuck off. Both Link Pro and Link 2J work with that. Okay.
Listen, if they want the boys to start testing this out, we've got a head of sales. You can message us right now, and we'll call bullshit or we'll say it's real. If you're that confident in this product, you get Kevin Kisner to use it. That thing will sell 1 billion of them.
Interesting. Okay, I'll try.
Barstool Sports, you get those emails going to him, and we will absolutely be rocking Arccos.
Poor guy now is going to get a bunch of emails from people wanting to play me in a hater match. Sorry.
Yeah, you could probably beep that out. You could beep that out. People could find the name. You can beep it. Don't take the whole thing out. You can beep the name. People can find the name if they want to.
All right. I like
interesting.
Very interesting. All right. Couple more tidbits. Shout out to Ryan Ruffles, who won the Q which was I think 14 different players for Myrtle Beach, and then went on to make the cut at the Myrtle Beach. It was 16 players, one spot. Went on to make the cut. He was actually in the top 10 for a while. He ended up falling off over the weekend, but he still finished tied for 45th. He's basically a YouTuber now. He's got some competitive golf, history and experience, and all of that. He's a little bit of like a prodigy at one point.
He's a can't miss kid from Australia, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. So it's not quite the same thing as like what we do, and one of us all of a sudden making the cut on a PGA in a PGA Tour event. But nonetheless, they're coming from the content creator space, the YouTube golf space, competing in an event that is like basically 16 YouTube golfers, and the winner of that getting a spot in a PGA Tour event, which, as you can imagine, how many people sort of were upset with that, which were shitting on that, talking shit about that in general. And then he wins it, goes on, makes the cut at the Myrtle Beach Classic. Just awesome. Super nice dude. I know he's really looking to get into the Internet Invitational. He had sent me a message several weeks ago about that. And obviously we've grinded over the field and where we're going to have openings or where we're not. In theory, we don't have openings, but then you learn that things come up, people can't make it. So maybe he'll be there, maybe he won't. I said that to him. I was like, dude, keep playing great this weekend. We're going to try to find a spot if we can. If not, you're obviously on the list going forward because of all of the reasons that you should be. But point being, he's in this world, and then he crossed over to that world and made the cut at a PGA Tour event. Pretty damn impressive.
It's amazing. I do think the YouTube golf world is starting to get a little bit messy in terms of like what is considered YouTube golfer, because it's just now it's so lucrative and it's so successful to be on YouTube. You've got all these different walks of life golfers doing both. They're still attempting to go out and pursue that dream of the PGA Tour, and they're playing on YouTube on their free time, or they're documenting their rise, which I'm happy for all of it. All of it is incredible for the brands. It's incredible for YouTube golf. It's just funny to hear like the packaging of like someone like this, where it's like he came from YouTube and he's gonna like play on a PGA Tour. It's like what was he named in Australia? It was like the can't miss kid. Like if you're getting taglines like that on a continent, like it's not the same as Trent Ryan on 144. Like that's a YouTube golfer. There used to be a clear line in the sand of like, this is a guy just does it on YouTube, and then this is a guy that can go play competitively. And now it's definitely intermingled, which is great. I know people might take that as like I'm coming at it from like a negative connotation. I'm not. I just, from the guys that were there from the beginning, it's been a little bit murky and messy seeing all of like the marketing around people. Like, I mean, it's the same with like the Bryan Bros. You know what I mean? Like at some point, yes, they go full-fledged YouTube because it ends up being more lucrative for them. But like, if we're talking strictly competitors and like what their skill levels are, they're aspiring professional golfers is what they are.
No, they failed professional golfers.
Not fully failed yet, but like, yes, things haven't gone exactly to plan. So they've like pivoted, and they've been successful, but pivoted for sure.
I know what you're saying. For sure. It's not the same thing as like Fat Perez or one of us, like
correct
making the cut.
I mean, like a funny way of thinking about
sure.
it. Like, I mean, it's like Shane Gillis, one of his best jokes, and like, it's not right to like rip off other people's jokes, but this is from one of his old specials. It was like, he says you can like hear the moment when like the world changed when Jackie Robinson hit his first baseball in baseball games, because he's like, you can actually hear the announcers, their voices change. They're like, all right, it's old Smelly throwing down to whatever Roger Waters at home plate, and then it's just like this Jackie Robinson guy gets up, and the way that the crack of the bat, their voices change, like everything just changed, because like now all of a sudden there's like actual athletes in the MLB. That's like with us in the YouTube golf game. We were having a hooting and hollering time for years, right? Just spraying golf balls. The more you sprayed, the more views you got. And then Ryan Ruffles came around, and Grant Horvat, and the Bryan brothers came around. Our voices started to change a little bit. Now we're doing videos, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, we got Kisner on board now. Like, things just started to change a little bit. Like, we need to get balls in hole now. We need to get balls in hole.
Yeah.
So that's as best of a comparison as I can possibly make. It's just life has changed. Ryan Ruffles is a YouTube golfer competing for the PGA Tour. 10 years ago, you just would have been like the kid you can't miss from Australia makes a run at it. Good for him, though. Hell of a player. Hell of a player.
There's players on a different level that are involved in this space for sure. At 17 years old in 2016, he turned pro, made his debut at the Farmers Insurance. Again, this was in 2017. He received the maximum 7 sponsor exemptions on the PGA Tour, failed to finish higher than 20th in any of his starts. In September of that year, he received an invitation, PGA Tour, and it goes on and on. Point being, he's played a lot of competitive golf, doing the YouTube thing now. He won the queue. He was sort of the guy that they were following as like, look, we could get somebody from the queue to go out there and play. And he played damn well. And he was looking really, really good for a while. It ended up T45. But yeah, there is that echelon now. I mean, it's like you've got Bryson, you've got the Bryant Bros, we've got kids out there. It's like you got people that not only are like making cuts, but it's like, we got PGA Tour winners left and right that are in the YouTube golf space at this point, going up there against, us who could hit the ball anywhere.
Kevin Kisner's the best example. Guy's playing Colonial like next week.
Yeah, but I would say Bryson's the only guy that can compete week in and week out in the YouTube space on a competitive golf league, or none of these guys would be in the YouTube space. If I was still finishing top 20 and I was top 50 in the world, I would not be a part of this podcast.
That's true.
So I think your argument is very stupid on that point. Like, the Bryan Bros didn't start YouTube because they're winning tour events. They started YouTube because they couldn't win tour events. Ryan Ruffles didn't go to YouTube because he was killing it on the tour. He went to YouTube to try to find money because he couldn't make the tour. Same with Brad Dahlke. If he could play as well as he does in the Internet Invitational and the Masters, he wouldn't be playing in the Internet Invitational.
These are facts.
There's a fine line there that most people don't understand. There's a reason why they're playing on YouTube, because when the lights go off on the big stage, they can't get it done.
Yeah. No, Bryson is the only one who is doing both at a very, very, very high level.
That is the cold hard truth there. I mean, listen, I probably dance around it because I'm not a good golfer, so I can't really say things so matter of fact. I try and, see both sides of it. You're 100% right when you point it that way. It's just a matter of like, that's just a rational thinking brain talking. Where it's like, if they were winning, they wouldn't
be doing YouTube.
They would just be like on the PGA Tour.
Although, I mean, Bryson
right? Like if they were winning every tournament, they'd be Scotty Scheffler, who's like doesn't have a YouTube channel.
Right, and Bryson literally went to live to be able to do YouTube because he said, I can only play 14 weeks a year and I can do my YouTube stuff. Like he's told me that. He thinks he can grow the game, get best through kids and other people through YouTube. And he didn't think there was enough time to play 25 weeks a year on tour and do that. So he had this great opportunity to go make $1 bazillion and still compete in all the majors, but play and do YouTube.
It will be interesting to see if like the next generation or even the generation after that of the really good golfers see it in the way Bryson sees it, where if you do both at a very high level, you can be the biggest golfer on planet Earth in terms of
absolutely.
So like right now we're so in the early stages of like, all right, maybe if your PGA Tour career didn't go the way that you wanted to, there is this outlet called YouTube where you can make videos, make a living, get an audience, do all these things. But 20 years from now, what Bryson is doing might be the norm for the top players.
It's interesting because I asked that kid Miles Russell when we were at the Players Championship, and this was 2 years ago, and we had gotten introduced to him. At the time, he was 15 years old. I think he's like 17 now. And you'd heard whispers about him. He had the TaylorMade deal. He was wearing TaylorMade on his hat that day. And I was like, dude, what's your relationship to YouTube? Because that really interested me. He was winning all these junior tournaments. I'm like, why aren't you putting those things on YouTube? He's like, I just want to be the best golfer in the world. I don't even watch YouTube, he said. He's like, I just practice. And I thought that was such an old school way. And isn't that sad? Like, that was my first thought, was like, damn, that's fucking old school, which is crazy. Like, it's a kid aspiring to go become a professional golfer, which in any other sport, like if you're talking to a 15-year-old that's like a prodigy in a sport, you're just like, yeah, man, you're going to go fucking make it in the league. Talking to a hockey player that's at a top, private school that's like on his way to become an NHL superstar. If he's at like a boarding school or whatever, you're like not thinking like, oh, he's going to be like a content creator one day. Like you're just thinking you're going to make the NHL. NFL, same thing. NBA, same thing. But with golf, it's so successful. You can be so successful in both media and on the tour that you like ask these kids, I mean, or at least I did, I'm like, what are you going to do? Because my thought was he could be the next Grant Horvat times a billion, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. Like,
well, the two biggest golfers on planet Earth right now are on opposite ends of the spectrum. Bryson does what we're talking about, YouTube, and wins high level tournaments, US Opens. And then there's a guy like Rory. Now, Rory has done YouTube videos, but I think he is of the school where he wants to play the most professional golf, the highest level professional golf. He wants to play everywhere. He wants to win everywhere. And that is going to be his legacy. And I think there's two camps that you can be in. Not that they're camps that are going against each other, but I'm guessing the young up and coming professional golfers right now are looking at those two guys, and it's two different ways of doing it is what it comes down to.
Yeah. And I mean, look, Kiz is right too. I'm looking right now, right? Like the 40th person on the money list right now, and it's May. It's the beginning of May. There's still 3 of the 4 major championships to go. 40th on the money list is Patrick Rogers, who's got $2.15 million earned already this year. So don't get me wrong. YouTube's great. YouTube golf's great. But in terms of like, if you're going to focus your efforts in the golf world on like competing at the professional level on the PGA Tour at the highest level, if you could go out there for 10 years and finish 40th on the money list, let's say that turns out to be $4 million in the year, that guy's taking home $40 million in competing for majors and big tournaments. It's just like, it's sort of, and that's not even being at the top of the game. That's great. It's not the top. So yeah, I mean, Kiz is basically long way of saying you're exactly right with one exception, which is Bryson, and Bryson's done it in an insanely interesting way. And to your point, Kiz, like this is how he views himself, and his goals are to entertain. He literally just said that. He said, if you look at it, it's affiliate marketing. So me being able to create content on that golf course that week at that event should only bring value to the tournament, and that's what I care about most. Entertaining, like I've always said from day one. So he literally says, that's what I care about most, is entertaining.
Yeah, I think he had a riff with the tour and their social media issues and how much restraint they had on what content he could and couldn't produce. And that was half of the reason he left for Live, is he wanted to be able to do however he wanted to do inside the ropes, however he wanted to produce it, how he wanted to showcase the world what he was doing. And the tour doesn't allow that. And I don't know. It could be that some guys on the PGA Tour don't put stuff on YouTube because of that. Maybe the restrictions are too much. I saw they were being more lenient on how much stuff you could use of theirs on your own channels going forward. They just changed their social media stuff. I wasn't a big social media guy until joining you boys. So I don't know. Maybe that was the reason holding some golfers back. And maybe that we're just at the edge of the cliff where everybody kind of jumps into that space that plays golf and wants to have their own channel. Like Trent said, maybe in 10 years we look back and every tour guy has their own YouTube channel. I have no idea. I just know that guys don't quit playing to do YouTube.
Totally. You're in a unique situation and you're early to it just because of where your career is and probably just how many years you've played on tour already, that like it's a great post-career if you can manage. If you're able to blend into that world, you're perfect at it. And that's why we got you, and that's why you're so good at it. Not many guys at the end of their playing career or in their last few years of playing would be able to mesh with this type of world as well as you do. But that would be the perfect recipe for someone that has a great personality, that's played on tour. They start to play less tournaments, and then you start to, instead of sunsetting into, a booth, which you're doing it fucking all. I don't know how the fuck you're doing it all, but instead of like trying to go the traditional media route, you go to YouTube, you're doing everything. It's fucking crazy. And you got 3 kids. It's insane. But like, yeah, there's so many more paths for people, and it's definitely great. And I'm rooting for people like Ryan Ruffles, and I'm rooting for Bryson DeChambeau. That's awesome to be able to see people. It's extra. To me, it's extraordinary to do what we do and then also compete, even in one tournament, in my eyes, from just someone that goes out there and makes YouTube videos like Ryan Ruffles does, to then like for them to be in our category and then go out there and play on a PGA Tour event and do well. To me, that's outrageous. So yeah, it's really cool. It's a cool world we're living in. It's definitely wild. I never saw this happening in a million years. When we did that first Kevin Kisner 4-man scramble at Pinehurst, it felt like the Wild Wild West. It felt like we were doing something wrong playing with a PGA Tour pro on a US Open venue. like putting a video on YouTube out. Like that felt weird and like strange. And now we're sitting here for the last 15 minutes talking about, will the best golfers in the world even pursue the PGA Tour? Will they just do that YouTube video stuff?
Yeah. It's also, Kiz, like, I think you very much saw the value in all of this early on, just in a different way. It wasn't YouTube. It was like doing podcasts with us and saying yes to videos with us. Cause I think that you saw, like, you knew you had a personality. You knew that getting that out there would probably grow your value, whether it's to sponsors, whether it's more TV, you know, whatever it might be. Like, I feel like our relationship with you, we're great buddies. It's unreal that you're on our thing. But I also think that you were pretty ahead of like seeing that value was going to take you from another white dude on the leaderboard that went and played like SEC college golf to a name that people root for.
Totally. I didn't just come on every time because I loved y'all. I wanted to expand my brand. I knew that the more stuff I got out there that showcased my personality made me more marketable to brands that saw life the way I do it and wanted to be a part of it and wanted to put their name on my shirt, or they wanted me to come do a corporate outing for them. You never know how many times you're going to make 4-footers for the rest of your life. And I saw that early on and thought, you know, I'm going to get ahead of this because you never know. I get hit by a milk truck, never play again next year. And I want these people to know that I'm still around and marketable and can add something to the game. And I used our relationship to help get my personality out there from the very get-go, starting 12 years ago. And I think we talked about this off the side, not even on the pod, but like, yeah, anytime y'all want me to come on, if I've done something well and we can get my name out there more, that means more people are watching. And as long as I'm not being a total jackass, people are going to be in on it, you know? And I think it was a huge help to my career. I never played the tour without multiple sponsors on my shirt, where you see lots of guys doing that these days. And I just think being more marketable helps you and showcasing your brand and your personality, getting yourself out there. That's what you got to do if you want to make more money and you want to be around people and you want to showcase yourself and you want to be able to get, you know, a chance to sit at NBC. You think if I didn't do your podcast, I would have got the NBC seat? I mean, I'm not saying that was the case, but all those interviews only helped me
Totally
in the future, right? Just talking and being around people and how I answer questions. The producer at NBC, Tommy Roy, told me that he always thought I'd be good at TV because he listened to the way I answered questions and thought, well, that dude's using his brain and thinking, and I like the way he thinks about and answers questions. And so getting yourself out there really opens the door to more opportunities.
So during our next contract negotiations with you, can we retroactively assign value to all the stuff that you have accumulated?
Well, you heard what I'm asking for
over a decade.
on the last pod when y'all were late. Ryan Richardson already negotiated.
He just
was that in the podcast? I think I don't know
shed.
if we talked about that, but I popped in here and Kisner goes, and that's why I deserve $2 million. Oh, hey, Frankie. So good, dude. Ryan Richardson also just left again. So the kid's Wi-Fi is absolutely hurting for squirting right now.
Poor guy's grinding on the Wi-Fi, hurting for squirting. But you know, that's sort of, to bring it full circle, you know, that is the YouTube route for a lot of guys now, is what you were sort of doing with us and with other shows. You were on with Vice Sports, you were on with stuff, you were on with us more predominantly. And it was also at the time when there weren't as many people in the space as us. So whenever you were on with us, it was very magnified. It was out there. There weren't really other places to see pros or hear pros coming on and talking like there are now. But that is sort of the YouTube version of that now for people. And we'll see how many guys can tap into it, all the way up to Chris Wrighton said that in his post-round press conference. I was watching that on the plane to Philly today, and he almost quit playing professional golf to pursue YouTube golf with his Norwegian buddies who have a following he was talking about. And he said it was like he wanted to find something golf related that brought fun back to golf, but allowed him to still kind of like compete and play for a living without the brutal stresses and frustrations of actual competitive golf and professional golf. I think he was 400th in the world at this point a year ago, and he just won on the PGA Tour and has had a bunch of good finishes leading up to it. So that's just another one that goes to show you. I think this is only his 15th start in his PGA Tour career, and he won a massive event at Quail Hollow. Looked unbelievable. He played that 72nd hole yesterday and the 17th hole. So whatever, 71st and 72nd hole, which are extremely difficult. Played them phenomenally, just striping the ball, getting it done under pressure. But, you know, he couldn't even do his post-round presser without talking about YouTube golf. So it's everywhere right now.
Almost like its own mini tour at this point for aspiring golfers. Like, it's a place that you can go to just make money, get your name out there, stay competitive, and still compete. It's its own. I know there's leagues popping up and our events are all popping up, but it's like it's its own place now for it's an option now, which is so cool. It really is. If you have a personality and you're damn good at this game, there is an option where it's like, probably you can make waves with quote cards here on everything that we're saying, but like it's above like Corn Ferry Tour in terms of like lifestyle. If you make it in YouTube world, you know what I mean? Like the guys that are grinding out there week to week, if they're not going to make it onto that PGA Tour, and you can go and attach yourself to a group and get these huge sponsorship deals, it falls somewhere in that ecosystem. And to me, it's like it's above some of the pro level tours for these guys.
Well, just in terms of lifestyle that's related to golf, I think absolutely. In terms of like preparing you to like continue to take next steps in professional golf, I don't think it's even close.
Oh, for sure.
But for sure, like you'd way rather be, you know, if you knew that the Corn Ferry Tour was the top that you were ever going to get to, or you could get to the top of the YouTube golf game, I think every person on earth would take top of the YouTube golf game.
Brad Dahlke.
Nobody really wants to be on the Corn Ferry Tour. Like, I know fucking one of my best buddies been on it for 4 years. It fucking sucks. No offense to the Corn Ferry Tour, but the whole point of it existing is to get off of it. That's the only reason you would ever go there, is to get off of it. You want to get to the PGA Tour. That's all you want. And so being there is miserable. But yeah, no, it is cool. It's very cool to see that.
Well,
this,
my last
like,
point, because I guess what I said was pretty damn obvious. I guess the point I was trying to make was like, is YouTube golf so enticing that there are guys 20 years ago, 10 years ago, that would have just stayed the course and grinded, never seeing their ceiling. But now there's this world for the Brad Dahlkes of the world, for the Luke Kwans of the world, Brian Bros, they've won big PGA Tour tournaments. So like, I'm not putting them in the same category, but like, it's so sexy to go and gravitate over to there. And there's money to be thrown at you, and there's groups that want you, like where it's just taking you away. You think it's after 10, 15 years, you're going to lose some guys that could have made it because they're going to see that as kind of an easy backstop.
I don't know the space well enough to know that a guy that never got out there and put his name out there can just start a YouTube channel and get a big following.
It's a good point.
And there's only so many people to watch YouTube. So it's just like the PGA Tour. My brain is, there's 100 exempt guys. There's only so many exempt YouTubers that can get enough people to make any money. Like, they're just going to run out of people that watch YouTube. Not everyone watches it, and not every sponsor is going to be able to afford to pay every channel. So
great point.
There's going to be competition on YouTube just like there is on the PGA Tour, and you're just going to have to figure out your own niche to be able to sell your way into the market, to have people pay you to do that.
Right. That's what I was going to say, was like the amount of people that we're talking about in the YouTube space in this sort of area that we're talking about. It's a small number of people. Like, there's not that many. Like, I know I'm sure there's people out there who are trying to become creators and they're trying to build a channel. But in terms of like the top guys who were professional golfers who are now making money on YouTube, that is still a pretty small number.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So I do very much agree with the point that there's just so many people. There's only so many people, a finite number of people that watch YouTube golf. And I think there's a couple examples that really showcase that, which are our Tiger Woods video and the Bob Does LeBron videos, where I remember when we were showing people behind the scenes, the Tiger Woods video where he drops down on his knees, hits a drive. People are like, that's going to get 15 million views. That's going to get 10 million views. It did great. It's got 3.7 million views. That's phenomenal. But I look at the LeBron video that the Bob Does guys did. It's got killer. It's got like 3.3 million views. That's huge. Don't get me wrong. But I think when that first guy, I was thinking in my head, this is going to get 20 million views. This is going to be like Dude Perfect. This is going to be Mr. Beast. And you really do, I think, realize that, like, don't get me wrong, 3 million views on a video is fucking crazy town. But there's a ceiling. There's just so many people that are going to really sit down and watch golf on YouTube. And that number's not 100 million people. That number's not the same number of people that are going to watch, Mr. Beast's like version of Survivor. It's a couple million people at most. It's clearly that, because that's however many people watch Bob does and Grant Horvat every time they put out a video, is like 1.5 million people that are there. And it's a lot of people. You can make money on it, but it's not an infinite amount of people. And you start to get 150, 200 creators in this space. You start to be like, well, you only have so many eyeballs. So many eyeballs. All right. I got a couple other actually pretty fucking good stories. I want Alex Fitzpatrick. Boy, I was laughing yesterday. We were watching the golf finish up. That was actually on Saturday. We were watching the golf finish up on Saturday, and somebody was like, oh, Fitzpatrick's going to hit this one tight for sure. This guy's unflappable. And he did. And then they showed him, I think it was my brother. My brother goes, I got to be honest with you, this whole time we were watching, I did not know that was not Matt Fitzpatrick that was leading the golf tournament this whole time. And for him to, he won on the DP World Tour. He goes out, he teams up at the Zurich Classic with his brother. They win that. And then for him to have such a stellar week, he came up a little bit short, obviously, yesterday in the conclusion at Quill Hollow. But phenomenal storyline of Alex Fitzpatrick, the brother of Matt, competing in such a big event with a big field and really holding the lead for a lot of it and almost getting it done. I think it's got to be so cool for them out there as brothers to be competing and playing. They just did a co-interview on Live From as I was getting ready for the show, where they were on the set, just kind of giving each other shit, talking about how different they are. But yeah, just a really cool story, I think, seeing Matty Fitz's brother playing really well.
Yeah, I think it's incredible. What a life-changing event, playing with your brother, winning, and then next thing you know, you're down at Doral, then you're at Quail Hollow with the lead late on Sunday, or going into Sunday, he lost it early, and then heck of a comeback to get himself back in it, to have a chance to win on coming down the stretch. But now they're at the PGA Championship together. What a cool way to play the PGA Tour, is to have you and your bro flying around and playing major championship golf together, playing these signature events, playing against the best players in the world, and both showing off. Just incredible story. And like I said on our pod earlier, it always looked to me in New Orleans that Matt was more nervous than Alex coming down the stretch, because he wanted it so badly for his brother. And I think that's one of the coolest things I've seen all year.
Shout out to the parents, just so happy that they're both in one location and one's not on the other side of the world. You have to show more attention to one brother. Like, they're both in the same fields, same plane. They get to go to dinner all together. How incredible is that? Because that the Fitzpatrick clan is always there, and they run deep, and they're there for each other. They support each other. It's an awesome, awesome family. And the fact that they're doing it now, they're living out their dream. Awesome to see him just compete last week. He played great. And I think I made the same mistake too. I was walking by, I think it was Friday or Saturday, said to my father-in-law, I'm like, man, Matt Fitzpatrick's just a freaking robot, man, right now. He's just like a money machine, ATM. I think I said cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And then it was his brother, which he could be an ATM soon too.
Sounds like he might be. It sounds like he might be. Another incredible story. Boys, we had a 14-stroke victory on the DP World Tour out of fucking nowhere. We had Yurav Primlaw goes out at the DP World Tour. He is this is from, I believe, a golf.com article. It said an unheralded South African ranked number 598 in the world. Yeah. Capped one of the most extraordinary performances in European Tour history Sunday by winning the Catalunya Championship by 14 shots, one off the all-time biggest margin of victory, set, of course, by Tiger Woods at the 2000 U.S. Open, because that counts as well as a European Tour event. The 22-year-old Primlaw made 10 birdies to shoot a second straight round of 9 under 63 this weekend and finished 28 under par for the tournament. He had a phenomenal quote after where he said, I can't give myself enough credit today, and I'm not really a person to say that. It was probably the most complete performance I've ever put through. Him saying I can't give myself enough credit today is just a really good line. But yeah, 14-shot victory out of nowhere. I just had to mention that. That's insanity.
That's preposterous.
And he played horrible. Just came out of nowhere. He's not played well. I read
I can't remember where I was reading all his results. And he finished bogey double the first round to shoot 1 under, maybe.
I think that's
I'm not
right.
trying to misquote this, but I read this whole blurb, and it was the craziest story I've ever seen. Beat my boy Sean Norris, I think. Did Sean Norris finish second?
I think that's right.
The
I
big,
think
tall
you're right.
South African.
Yeah, is that your boy?
Yeah, I just played with him forever. He's a journeyman. He's been out there forever trying to make it, and he goes on hot streaks and wins, and then don't hear from him a while, then he comes back around. But he's a giant dude and just hilarious. So what a hell of a week. 14. I can't imagine what walking up the last with a 14-shot lead feels like. It'd be pretty epic.
I mean, is that going to end up being like the most frustrating rounds of golf that he's ever played? Because just knowing that potential is in there, like if you're 500th in the world at something, it's like, I am what I am. I'm not going to win a golf tournament, but I'm going to try to make a living, and it's going to be a better living than some. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I shoot back-to-back 63s. I can do this. Hopefully he continues to play well, because I think if you go back then to being the type of guy who's 500th in the world, you're just like, what the fuck was that all about?
Dude. Yeah, will you be like, can I save one of these 63s for like the Masters tournament or something if I get into it?
Right.
Like, why am I shooting this after I have a 13-shot lead when I teed off? Dude, his finishes this year so far on the European Tour, 73-73 for a miscut, 69-71 for a miscut, 71-72, 77-74 for a tie for 31st, 75-79 for a miscut. Started this tournament with a 70, like Kiz said, and then went 64, 63, 63 to finish 28 under par, win by 14 against your boy Sean Norris. That is just a shocking turnaround in this game of golf. That's outrageous. That's outrageous.
He must have got his energy right for the last 3 days. It must have been right on the flip side of when the astrology turned to his energy.
It's like, I got to get through Thursday. I just got to get through
test
Thursday.
in the locker room next week.
So incredible story there. Shout out to John Rahm, who made an albatross on the 17th hole at Live Golf, Virginia, and it was not captured by the broadcast. Not captured by the broadcast, not mentioned on the broadcast. Now, I don't want to put Kiz in a bunch of hot water when it comes to broadcasting, so you don't have to talk about this one if you want, Kiz. However, John Rahm, the biggest star that they've got, maybe the second biggest star they've got over there, on the 17th hole of the event, makes a 2 on a par 5. And the only video of it is, I think, from the social media person for Legion 13, who was like 800 yards behind them and just happened to take a video of John Rahm's swing and kept filming. But the broadcast cameras did not capture it. And I wasn't watching the broadcast, but every article I've read and every tweet I've said that they didn't even mention it on the broadcast.
I've got a hot take. I think this is how you get an albatross out there. We're talking about this albatross way more because they didn't cover it than if they covered it.
Maybe it was a ploy.
Yeah, did the
I'm not saying
albatross
they did
ever
on
happen?
purpose. I'm just saying the way the world works now, like this has been the biggest story on social media and golf for 72 hours, right? All I've seen is the albatross talk. Instagrams, TikToks. He put it up, albatross. Like it went crazy because people finally saw it. Like genius if done purposely. Definitely not. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, it's just a highlight for the week. If it's just like, all right, he makes a 2 for sure, incredible. Albatrosses are great, but the way that this took fire, it's like you don't get these very often. So shout out to Live Golf for just absolutely nailing this.
Their swan song was the albatross that nobody saw.
Dude, I'm telling you,
that's a great take.
Like you have to see the numbers on these like posts, and I know a lot of it's negative connotations towards them missing it, but like you're still talking about John Rahm making it 2. Now there's video of it. The video went crazy. You know what I mean? There's something to it.
I see
All
what
right.
you're
It's a
saying.
contrarian way of looking at it, but there's an argument to be made. More people.
I think Scott O'Neill would agree with you. I think Scott O'Neill would say we're the smartest people doing this right now.
Did you see Scott O'Neill? God, who made the putt? Someone made a big putt, and he jumped up. He was in a suite, like to the left of the green, and he jumped up and started clapping, and they zoomed in on him. It was crazy. It was a crazy video. It's just like And the announcer like Scott O'Neill loved that one. You know, it's like it was the coach like giving an attaboy to the players. You know, oh, he's bought in. Or I guess like the owner, right? Like when the owner would be on the sidelines, Arthur Blank walking the sidelines for the Falcons.
And then other than that, I think that's all I got. Do we need to do closest to the pin, Ryan Richard?
We do. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're here.
Okay, just making sure. I put the Wi-Fi in timeout, so I'm on my personal hotspot. So
There you go.
hopefully that.
Hey, we got you now.
Call. I believe Trent brought it this week.
I do have it this week. Yeah.
Trent Ryan bringing closest to the pin to the Foreplay podcast. This is huge. We are due for an update. I can't even remember what the last questions were.
We are due for an update, and we got to remind everyone too that closest to the pin, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, is brought to you by Sun Cruiser, which is made with real iced tea, real vodka, real lemonade, and real vodka. They're always delicious. Kevin Kisner himself has been a part of the Sun Cruiser experience, and it's really just as good as it gets. They're perfect for the golf course. No bubbles to fill you up or get you bloated. Just 1 gram of sugar and 100 calories plus 4.5% ABV. You can keep it flowing all day long. Sun Cruiser is also the officially ready-to-drink canned cocktail of the U.S. Open, which Kiz will be covering, and the U.S. Women's Open. So you know they know their way around a golf course. Next time you're at your favorite course or bar, order a Sun Cruiser. Crack one open today. We love you, Sun Cruiser.
How many do you have to drink till you get some of that sick merch? I feel like I've gone over that threshold.
I agree.
I just went through. I cleaned out this office, and we get so much cardboard and stuff sent to us, right? So things started piling up. I just came across my Sun Cruiser stuff, and I was looking around for it. I don't know if you noticed me. I was looking around. I think I brought it into my bedroom. Unbelievable merchandise from Sun Cruiser. Like,
yeah, I need some.
The coolest hoodies, T-shirts, hats, just nailing all of that.
We'll get you a package there, kids. Don't worry.
Y'all send it when y'all send packages, by the way. Y'all send thousands of things.
Crazy.
Oh, buddy. It never ends.
All right, should we get this update?
Let's do it.
Yeah, so the current standings are Trent 14, Frankie 12. Trent 15, Frankie 12, me and Kiz 12, and Riggs 6. So go through last week's real quick, or I guess last time's real quick. The first question was a score to par for the Fitzpatrick brothers at the Zurich Classic. It was minus 31. Riggs got the point there. Frankie and I got the point there. Sorry, Riggs.
Ryan Nixon.
Well, so that's prefacing what is to come. So I will say that. So I had it jumbled up in my head. So Frankie and I both got a point there. They were minus 31. We guessed minus 20. The next one was total rebounds, points, and assists for Wemby in Game 3, and he did not play that game. So Riggs got the point because he guessed 38, and that was the lowest by far. So he technically got 0. So we gave Riggs a point there.
That's right, baby.
The next one was how many trades will there be in the first round of the NFL draft? There were 8 trades. Riggs got the point there. He guessed 6. And then total goals scored for the Friday night slate of the NHL playoffs. It was 3 games, and Riggs was the closest with 19 goals guessed, and there were 22.
Okay,
so
Ryan
Riggs
Richard,
got 3 points.
Now you're starting to make a little comeback in my good graces here after that brutal.
Yeah, I had it
tease,
jumbled up
man.
because I thought you got all 4.
Come on, baby.
I thought
Let's
you got
go.
all 4.
I'll
but
take
you
3.
didn't.
I'll take 3.
I think I've only done 2 of these, and I'm in second place. Y'all suck.
You did. You had a week where you got everything right on the number.
We combine you and I, Kiz. So you will, if you want, you will answer the questions for us this week.
Okay, I got us
That'll be
tonight,
better.
buddy. Let's do it.
Hell yeah. Let's do it. All right, so that means current standings are Trent 15, Frankie 13, Kiz and I 13, and Riggs 9.
All right.
Can't believe
y'all.
y'all couldn't guess more than 20 under for the Zurich Classic best ball tournament.
Brutal.
Well, we didn't know they were going to win.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just for
I
that.
had in my head, sorry, that makes a good point. I had in my head that like the winning score, not just them.
Right.
Got it.
That would have been psychotic.
Yeah.
All right. I got the questions this week. PGA Championship week, obviously. First one is, what will be the winning score to par at the 2026 PGA Championship?
Are we doing that texting thing again?
Yep. What group
Yeah,
are we
someone's
doing?
got to write it in a group with all 4 of us because I don't think we have one of those.
I think I can do that. Hold on.
So what was the question again? Because I was looking back for a text message thread. Oh, here we go.
Score to par, the winning score to par 2026 PGA Championship.
And then what do I do again, Frankie, on how to make it?
You hold that blue send button and you go to invisible.
Thanks. It's a team effort with the technology around here is what I've learned.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Locked in.
So the winning score to par at the 2026 PGA Championship, Kevin Kisner guessed 13. Riggs guessed 16, minus, obviously. Trent said minus 14, and Frankie said minus 12.
Damn, it's tight.
Tight.
I got the low number.
All right. Second one. We talked a lot about Jordan Spieth on this show. What will Jordan Spieth shoot on Friday at the PGA Championship? What will we're looking for a number, not to par, just a number that Jordan Spieth will shoot on Friday.
What's the par to Ronimick?
I think 70.
I believe 70.
All right, so Frankie has Jordan Spieth shooting a 68. Kiz goes 69. Nice. Trent 70 and Riggs 66.
Come on,
Damn, Riggs.
All right, boys. All right.
I'm on the speed train.
Third one. Shifting away from golf, we're going to do, WNBA is back, which means Caitlin Clark is back.
Let's
Indiana
go.
Fever games are back. They lost their first game, but what we're going to do, they play the Mystics on Friday. How many points is Caitlin Clark going to score in that game?
Against the Mystics.
Against the Mystics.
Okay. I think I'm locked in.
I can't wait for the Kevin Kisner.
Momentum.
Everyone's jumbled up in these rounds of questions. Riggs guessed 26 points, Frankie 24, Trent 27, and Kiz 22.
Wow.
Okay.
30s.
Wow.
All right.
She's been
So
hurt.
for the
hasn't
last
she?
one, I think we'll be less jumbled up on this one. And I've done a question like this before, and I'm excited to do it again. I'm going to Philadelphia tomorrow. We're staying in a hotel. What is my hotel room number going to be when I check into the hotel?
Can you tell me
Okay.
what hotel, or you don't want that out there?
I don't even know. I don't even know. what hotel.
Marriott. It's a multi-leveled Marriott.
It's not a motel.
No, it's like a in the city Marriott type of deal.
I forgot to send it with invisible ink.
I don't think it's gonna. This one's a bit of a crapshoot. I think I'm locked in on this one too.
How many times have you gone to the wrong room in your hotel after traveling for multiple nights in a row?
I did it.
Sometimes
I did it last
I'll be
week.
standing in the lobby, and I'll like coming back from dinner, and I'll be like, "What is my hotel room number?" I have no idea. That's the worst when you don't even
Happens
have
to me
a
so
guess.
often. I have to bring the little card that has the room number written on it.
I take a picture of it. I always just take a
that's
picture
smart.
of it on my phone.
All I need you on is the third floor, and I'll win.
Right. Right.
So Kiz guessed 326, Riggs 413, Frankie 408, Trent 209.
Wow.
Okay.
Are you usually on
I'll let you guys know when I
floor
check in.
2 guy? Usually, can you request it?
No, and I won't. There'll be no funny business. I won't do any of that. But I feel like recently, and this has no bearing on anything in terms of future, but like I feel like I've been on lower floors recently. So
Maybe it's a
I
weight
think that's kinda what's
distribution
been
thing.
going on. But I could be on the fucking 10th floor. It doesn't matter. Who knows?
The best part is Ryan Richardson's going to have to remember to ask you while you're there because there's no chance you remember after the week's over.
No. 0.
What room
Those
were you
are
in last
good-
week, Trent? No idea.
I don't even know what room I'm in.
I'll text you tomorrow night.
Okay.
Those are
Try to
good ones. I
remember to do that,
remember
'cause I'll
once you
forget.
did like, what time will you get to the hotel?
That's what
That's
I thought, he was
you
gonna
might do. Same.
I thought about doing that, but I like the hotel room one.
Before we end the show, I have to give a shout out to my guy Matthew Schaefer, who's going to win the Calder this year, Rookie of the Year. Had a great day out on Long Island golfing with him. I saw a lot of people were picking this up that he was out on the golf course. Just a great kid, 18 years old, took the NHL by storm this year, got everyone hooting and hollering, and just you've seen all these stories. He is a blessing for the New York Islanders. We needed that kind of oomph back into the franchise, kind of trade away a couple of guys, Brock Nelson being one of them. Shout out to Brock Nelson, but definitely took like a retooling, and then bang, first overall pick, and he's just a generational talent. Anyway, went out to Atlantic for Matt Martin's birthday, which is just so like surreal. I've got all these Islander things hanging up behind where I'm recording, and you guys know how much of a sicko I am. I have a Matt Martin's on a ticket from the last game at the Nassau Coliseum. Anyway, it was his birthday, and I got invited out there, and it was Boomer Esiason and Kyle Palmieri and Matthew Schaefer and Adam Pelech and Josh Bailey. These are all new, like in cases Zekas, these are all New York Islanders, and I had the time of my life. So appreciative for getting the invite there, and just I got a chance to actually golf with Schaefer and Boomer and Pelech, and just like seeing the way he handles himself. He's only played like 10 rounds of golf in his life, and he's just piping golf balls. Just a true athlete, crazy to see. Doesn't know the game at all, has no short game, can't putt, asking me for tips on like, oh, what do you do? Like, it's funny to watch such a freak athlete play a game like golf, and then like you tell them one thing, like what Kiz wants me to do when he gives me a tip, where he's like, oh, just open up the face, put it on your front foot, and just come through it. And like, to me, that's like ridiculous. But to him, he was hitting flops over bunkers, like hitting bunker shots. And I told him to hit an inch or two behind the ball and just come through it. Just such a good learner, so good at the game, and a surreal day for me out there to just see like that type of talent up close, and just to see the way his mind works, talking hockey with him. He would tell a story, and he'd be like, oh, Pelly, like during practice, he did this like side, like twitchy thing, and I'm like, that guy is so shifty, it's crazy. He was shifting in the grass, like kind of having a conversation with guys, like being like, oh, like you went down the boards and he was doing this, and I'm like, whoa. It's just like I couldn't even keep my eyes on him. We're on grass. It was insane. He's just next level, man. So really cool
media for you.
Yeah.
He was like the Flash. I couldn't even see him.
You couldn't even see him. But you guys felt the same thing when we played with Cal McCarr, when we played against the Avalanche. He's just one of those guys that like everything's just kind of going right for him. And like you got to remember, this kid will have played 3 or 4 full seasons before Cal McCarr played his first game. Psychotic what we're dealing with over here. So really cool to see, and just great kid. So just had to give a shout out to that. It was like don't meet your heroes, but for an 18-year-old. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't believe I was that close to him. Like, holy shit, this guy feels like a god.
Very cool that you played golf with this guy. He's like the young fucking the guy. I mean, he's the guy. He's 18 years old playing in the NHL. Just
turned 18, like during the season. Psychotic, man. Like really crazy.
Ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Yeah. All right, everyone. I believe that is all I have. I knew today was going to be a long show. We had a lot to talk about. It's a major week, and it's a late edit for Mr. Ryan Richardson. He's going to be trying to find some internet tonight, editing this podcast. Poor guy. But
10:30 p.m. right now as we're ending this.
This thing has to come out soon, man. You got some work. Look at him. He's like, motherfucker.
He's like, are y'all ever going to shut up?
Close to the pin, what time I go to bed tonight.
Oh. I don't even want to know.
I don't even want to know.
That makes me feel bad. It makes me feel terrible. All right. We're going to stop talking so Ryan Richardson can get some sort of sleep tonight. Thank you, everybody, for listening. As always, huge week. So we'll have a big show Thursday as well. You can listen to us talk about the PGA as the competition kicks off. Wednesday night, we got the hole-in-one event. Reminder that if you are out at the PGA at Aronimink this week, go check out our gear and the merchandise tent. We talked about it off the top, but just a quick reminder of that. And then we've got the other Shangri-La video coming out this week as well, which we talked about off the top. So enjoy the week. We'll be back on Thursday. Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.
Hit it hard.